Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing good today. It is Wednesday. We have PPI inflation data. Nvidia is flying this morning. The NASDAQ is green. Oil is kind of flat. And yeah, there's a bunch of news that happened last night, specifically about the president going to China and meeting with the Chinese president. This in turn, made people a little bit more optimistic when the Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang joined them, right? So you see a lot of tech names that are much bigger today, much higher. Again, Jensen Huang decided to join them for their Beijing meet. So he was a last-minute addition to the president's China trip. It reignited investor interest in tech stocks. Yesterday, we did have some tech stocks fall, but Nvidia's up today, AMD's up, Micron's up, semiconductors are up in general after that. And again, we are at Powell's last 48 hours. Powell's term ends on May 15th. But we have PPI inflation data today. A lot of people were worried that PPI would be more influential than CPI yesterday. And we got some pretty big moves, but let's take a look. So here's the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ is falling down some, but it is green on the day. You can see the previous closing price. If I put this up, let me see if I can put this up. Hold on. Yeah, you see the previous closing price, this light blue line, it's way down here, right? So the NASDAQ gapping up pretty significantly. So is NVIDIA. NVIDIA closed yesterday at 220s. It is now at 225s. So it's pretty significantly green on the day. What's up, Blaze, Kaltenberg, Chef, Todd, Ashan, Ava, Barnyard, Araf, Old Hack, Yee, Matthew, F, Andrew, Auntie, Womble, Steve, Zero, Good News, Keegan, Arcane, Ava, Faye, Baud, Dirty South, AT, Eric, J, FC, Edson, D. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing good today. What are y'all bullish or bearish on today, man? Because again, oil it was red. Now it's kind of green on the day, actually. But yeah, the top story is that Trump in Beijing with tech CEOs is the biggest story a lot of people are not talking about. So Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang joined it late. Trump landed in China for a 36-hour summit with Xi Jinping today, Thursday and Friday, and brought a stacked tech delegation, right? So this includes Nvidia CEO Tim Cook, Elon, 17 American CEOs total. But Jensen has been pushing for greater leeway in a market he's identified for China as a $50 billion opportunity. NVIDIA's most advanced chips have faced tighter restrictions on China sales over the last 4 years, and U.S. government-approved versions of chips have yet to be allowed into China. So he's kind of missing out on that market, so to speak. Huang's last-minute addition comes as they struggle to export chips there. And markets are pricing this in as kind of bullish. Like, look at NVIDIA. It's up here. NVIDIA, nice gap up. Dropped yesterday. We had a lot of stocks dip yesterday, to be honest. If you look at, like, QCOM, got hammered yesterday. Let me put up a 5-minute chart. Here's QCOM. QCOM got absolutely destroyed yesterday. Percentage-wise, Intel didn't really do good yesterday either. Kind of rebounded back this morning, though, so people are pricing in optimism. What's on semi? What's the symbol? I always forget it. What's the on semi symbol? I forget it. But yeah, you can see like the SOX ETF tank yesterday and then rebound back up. And so in Jensen Huang joining them today is seen as optimistic. People are seeing this as optimistic. I bought more MU close to yesterday's bottom. What's up, Kaltenberg? Shocker. Hey, what's up, dude? Edson, Jay, Eric, Kava, Saf, Faye, Mr. Baud, Raga, Nick, Says, Max, Drake, Jay. Shout out to Chef for the memberships, brother. Bearish on gold technicals are not flattering. So y'all just got 5 beginner trading gift memberships by Chef. Thank you, Chef. Shout out to Chef. Appreciate the love, my friend. Anti-Ward, Drake, Andrew, Edson, and Todd are now members. Congrats. Clinto. Yeah, look at these moves up here. Look at these moves up. So, what are we going to trade today, guys? Here's the NASDAQ. Shout out to Chef, man. Steve-O, what's up, dude? This market will trap tons of people. Are y'all bullish or bearish on the day? Yeah, are you bullish or bearish on today's market? That's the only thing we're going to do for a poll. Are you bullish or bearish on today's market? Let me know. But yeah, markets are really interesting. Today we have the producer price index, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can see the countdown at the bottom of the screen. 8:30, we have the producer price index. Now, this is a relevant report, right? The producer price index is relevant. Producer prices a lot of the time get passed on to consumers, and so producer prices are going to be important today. Yesterday CPI gave us a pretty big move. It was broad, but you can kind of see producer prices are supposed to come out today. They are expected at 0.5% month over month for producer prices here. 0.5%. Last time they were 0.5%. Core PPI, which excludes food and energy prices, are expected at 0.3% today. So producer prices drop a lot of the time. These are wholesale prices, business prices. Eventually, they can get passed on to consumers and reflected CPI. But yeah, I'm showing one of the crazier numbers I'm showing here is producer prices year over year is expected today at 4.9%. Now, year over year PPI is not the biggest, most relevant thing here. Like if you look at this, year over year PPI is not the biggest, most relevant thing, but 4.9% is still pretty freaking high. Core PPI, again, 4.3% year over year. So the month over month reading is much more important, and core is expected to uptick. Last time it was 0.1% for PPI. This time they're expecting 0.3%. So core PPI is expected to jump up some. And we'll see what happens here, guys. We'll see what happens. Again, vote on the poll. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Hey, what's up, guys? Oil's still high. I'm bearish until the opening bell. Gold is skittish. I'm shorting now. Ni hao, what's up, George? Long or short? Let me know in chat right now. Long or short? Nasdaq again, 29,350s here. I'm really tempted to buy a dip. The only thing though about the Nasdaq right now is that, like, look, with the Nasdaq here, I might buy this dip. It's gonna be small. Again, Take Profit right now has a 50% off sale going on, right? So if there's any time to take risks, I think it might be now. But Nasdaq pulling back on a very large dip into previous high levels. And so if there's ever a time to take a risk here in this account, I think it might be right now. But with that said, I think a lot of it is going to depend on what happens with the summit. You know, what happens on the summit, I think is going to be relevant. This looks very bull flaggish, right? But I think what happens during the summit is going to matter the most, of course. And if we get an update to that today, it could also get kind of risky, you know, all things considered. You know, but we're in it. We'll let this hold and wait and try to give this some time. We've got a big cushion here now. But yeah. Buying after yesterday pre-PPI scares me. Yeah, I mean, CPI came in hot yesterday. So CPI came in pretty hot. CPI did not come in low. It came in at 3.8%. We actually told you guys we thought it would show up at 3.8%. 3.8% is a very high number for CPI. It's the highest reading since May of 2023 for CPI inflation data, right? And so heading into today's PPI inflation, one of the big stories today, guys, is markets are kind of pricing in more chip optimism with NVIDIA. NVIDIA's gapping up substantially to 202s, or no, NBIS had earnings as well here. I'll come back to this, but NBIS had earnings also, speaking of data centers, and you can see they are reacting really well to their earnings here. We posted their earnings in the Discord, but yeah, NBIS ended up posting, what did they post? NBIS ended up posting 129.5 million. They expected 98.9 million EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA, and revenue of 399. They expected 375. So they beat for NBIS. Gold, if we take a look at gold here, gold is at 4,700s. So gold's still holding right at 4,700. I think 4,700s is a really interesting level here for gold, because I think gold, you know, I think it just makes sense to pay attention to that 4,700 level. I think we've confirmed it numerous times already. It's a big psychological level. I think you could look at 4,650 as well. Look at the top up here. Look at kind of this range at this point in time for gold. Here's gold. You know, gold's been in this range since how long? Since the 5th, so about a week in this range now. No, Britt's actually at my house right now. So Britt is actually at my house right now, but I think he's sleeping. Yeah. So he might come hop on the stream. I told him just to not wear it. We don't really have enough room in my office to fit 2 people. So I told him not to worry about it. Plus, he got in late, so, you know. What's up, AI? What's up, Clit? Bear. Britt sleeping in. He's up already. He got up this morning. He just, you know, like I said, there's not really enough room in here, bro. I got an L-shaped desk and tons of monitors and stuff. And it's hard to put a chair. I put a chair there just in case he wants to hop on stream, but why are we back at all-time highs? Markets are pricing in optimism. Again, you might ask, why are we back up today? Here's all-time highs right here in the NASDAQ. And this is where we are now. We're at 29,352. NASDAQ all-time highs 29,480 here. And you might ask why we're at all-time highs again. It all has to do with tech. Tech from the Trump summit with the Chinese counterpart. Nvidia up. Tech. Markets pricing in more optimism. China sales potentially for Nvidia microchips and tech. And yeah, they're getting some rebounds today. That is why markets are up again this morning. Yeah, that's what it is. Again, Jerome Powell's term as Fed chair ends May 15th. The Senate is expected to confirm Warsh. The Fed transition headlines will dominate chatter as well. This is Powell's last 48 hours as FOMC chairman. But again, Jensen Huang was a last-minute addition to Trump's China trip. It's reignited investor interest in tech stocks following the Tuesday slump amid hopes for an H200 chip breakthrough. And yeah, that's what's going on here. What happened? I don't know why I won't. We're in this trade, so we'll go ahead and show you guys. But that's optimism. Again, Jensen Huang has said $50 billion opportunity for China. H200 gives even a modified version green light. Nvidia might expand, and markets are kind of pricing that in right now and moving. So that's what this is. What's up, Kato? Bearish on Brit today. Yeah, Brick would be cooler, but it's Brit. It's B-R-I-T-T. Yeah, Powell. Should be interesting, bro. It should be interesting. Yeah, so we have Warsh confirmation. Warsh's confirmation might be really interesting. Yeah, we're green in this trade. It looks like a bull flag, but the volume profile doesn't look the most favorable. Yeah, but Warsh is going to be specifically taking over as Fed chairman in the June 16th and 17th meeting. So he's not even going to be doing much this Friday. It's just kind of the handoff. Sox will test the high. What's up, Roof? What's up, Want to Be a Trader? What's up, Mitt? SPX contracts lined up at 74.50 and 7600. Again, bull or bear in chat right now, guys. Bull or bear in chat. What do you guys think? There we go. We're in this trade. We're green. We are green. I'll probably add to this, I think, here. See if we can get a move up to like the 200 exponential. There we go. I believe I can make money on this trade. Bull, bear. Hey, what's up, G? PPI inflation, no wonder it gapped up so much. Bull, bear. Yeah, I did a poll this morning. 62% bullish this morning on our poll. 62%. There we go. You love to see it. Look at this move. I think this might be news driven, but I'm going to take it. guys, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna start scaling out of some of this profit here. I think it's news driven, but hey, you know, sometimes news driven is better than no news driven markets. Let me see if something happened. So I see, let's check the news. That was a nice, I like the green candle. So Trump will arrive in Beijing, according to CCTV. I also see that Hormuz control will double our oil revenue, according to Iran. Iran army spokesperson said our peoples and armed forces resilience stop the enemy from achieving any goals. Controlling the Strait of Hormuz will bring us economic revenue twice as high as oil income, while strengthening our policy power. After this conflict, there will be no retreat, end quote. I don't think that's helping, though. That wouldn't normally make markets go up. And oil, let's see what oil's doing, see if it's geopolitical related. It might not be. The Dow also had kind of a slump here. Yeah, so I wanted the 200 exponential. This is why. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of this, but I guess I'll hold it break even now. I wanted the 200 EMA, but it popped up there so quickly. I couldn't really take profits that fast. You can see how quickly that candle wick hit that. So now we're basically very flat. We can, I guess, hold this break even now. Yeah, I don't see anything that necessarily shows any type of movement here. This could just be markets related. Yeah, we do have Fed speak Collins, Kashkari, and Logan all speaking today. So we got a lot of Fed members speaking as well. Johnson & Johnson was upgraded at Lyric. AMD was downgraded at Dawa. We had the NBA 30-year mortgage rate show up at 6.46%. I got to see what it was last time. But 6.46%. Bank of America raised the price target on MU. Also. Oh, wow. Look at this move here. I'll take this. I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it. Buy the dip, folks. I can see AMD hitting 500 by Friday or going under 400. So you think it's going to go either up or down? Got it. No, I'm just messing with you. It's all good. Profit target, I guess, is going to be... I'll probably go with like 390 right here and cut it if it can't hold. If it gets under the 200 exponential, I might cut it early and just lock in profit here, to be honest. I'll take a little bit off. I don't like the move under the 200 EMA. Now it's got to fight its way back. But I'll hold it a little piece of this left. Little piece. We've already locked in a lot of it, so. Yeah, so Elon is at the China visit. Jensen Huang is at the China visit. So it's Musk, Cook, Huang, and others. Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Jensen Huang, Kelly Ortberg, former CEO at aerospace manufacturer Rockwell Collins, became CEO of Boeing in 2024. BlackRock chairman and CEO Larry Fink, Blackstone chairman CEO Stephen Schwarzman, Cargill chairman and CEO Brian Sykes, Citi chairman Jane Fraser, Coherent CEO Jim Anderson, GE Aerospace chairman Lawrence Culp, Goldman Sachs chairs David Solomon, MasterCard CEO, Meta president and vice chair, Micron chairman, president, CEO, QCOM president and CEO, Visa CEO. So a lot of big tech names are going to be at the China meet. And that's people are pricing in optimism, especially that NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang decided to go on the last minute. You know, that's an optimistic thing. I'm going to cut the rest of this break even and get out. Break even. We made enough. So I'm out. Nice green trade. Nice green trade. We'll see what happens now. Yeah. Yeah, it's Tim Cook, Elon, Jensen, and more is what it is. The daily oil dump. Yeah, oil, I don't know, man. Oil is, it's still over 100 here. It's basically where it was yesterday when I was looking at it. It did dip some here, though, so it did drop some. So maybe that move was somewhat market moving, but I don't see anything that would really justify this being some type of big move in markets here. I really don't. Do me a favor, guys. Bump those like buttons up here. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Do it now, but hit the like button. We appreciate it. I might actually short this rebound back up, but again, Nvidia down here at 225s right now. CL futures sitting right at the 200 exponential, right at the 200 EMA here. Alibaba says in about a year, expect AI-related revenue to cross 50%, becoming primary engine driving cloud revenue growth via the conference call. But do me a favor, what are the likes at now, chat? What's up, Sam? What's up, Adam? Yeah, I think the dollar index with all the stuff going on has been interesting here. It's up a lot today, but it's still under 100. It's at 98s, where it's effectively been for a while. If we look at it, 20-day chart, you know, it's had a big range up and down, but it's slightly green over the last few weeks. Up a lot over the last few days, though. Since Monday this week, it's been popping. So dollar index heading up. Yeah, hit the like button. Let's get 200 likes if we can. I appreciate it. Do it now. Yeah, remember, we got PPI inflation data today. Now, PPI inflation data can be big. It's relevant. It's inflation data. I almost wanted to short this on the NASDAQ here, but I didn't. Here's the S&P 500. So here's the S&P. S&P is very close to all-time highs as well. Last time it broke all-time highs was the 11th. It's now the 13th. S&P 500 at 74.43 right now, 74.43. So S&P is very close to all-time highs as well. 7,500 level is right there too on the S&P. If we're looking at the Dow's been kind of wild here as well. Here's the Dow futures contract. Dow is down pretty significantly on the day. Again, it's just less AI heavy. And a lot of what's running right now are AI names. AI names are running right now. The Dow has less AI in tech. It has some, like it has Nvidia, but outside of that, it's just less tech heavy. And so the Dow has really struggled to hold over 50,000 recently. You can see back in March, it was as low as 45,000. It's back up to almost 50 now. But the Dow has been lagging behind some of the big tech heavy indices like the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. And we'll see if that slump continues here. But yeah. Nebius. Yeah, see NBIS earnings. NBIS posted good earnings. Yeah. So I see NBIS. They posted good numbers. What's up, Dave? Uncle Dow. Yeah, the Unc. I've heard a couple people mention that. It kind of is. It kind of is. Again, every time I have family that asks me about markets, a lot of the time they ask me about the Dow. And I'm usually like, hey, you know, I watch the Dow, but I watch the S&P and the NASDAQ more. So, yeah. Software will drop today. Where are my like numbers at, bro? I'm not saying y'all are ungrateful. I'm not saying y'all don't appreciate me. I'm not saying y'all should be more like clicky. But I use that as a verb. But y'all should be. Appreciate the stream. Hit the like button, guys. Do it now. Dow's boring. Yeah, I've never tried trading. Does anybody day trade the Dow? Here's the S&P. I know people day trade the S&P. But does anybody actually day trade the Dow? What's an equity? Dude, I don't even know what an equity is. You know, definitely not a stock. You know, we want laughing song for likes. I don't know if I can give that to you though. Cliff did my bad. Yeah, I really wanted to short this retest here. You see, I got out of my long trade, and it looks like that worked really well. But sometimes we like dip under the 200 exponential, then retest it, and I target that retest and continue down, and that's exactly what happened here. Exactly what happened. So we'll see if that holds, but hey, what's up, B? What's up, Rooftop? Max, Combat. I'm currently in the Dow right now. Hey, good luck, my friend. Can I have 3 equities, please? What do you, do you mean you want me to look at 3 equities? Hey, what's up, Toxic? You can reliably trade the Dow. It's actually the most reliable for technicals. I believe that. I kind of believe that. I believe, let me rephrase that. I don't believe that. I believe that's very plausible. You know, I've just never looked at it. Maybe I should look at it more. What's up, Sacrament? My account's not big enough to day trade yet. I have just under 11K. You can always day trade the Dow and futures. Again, Take Profit's got 50% off right now. Shameless plug, shameless plug. Definitely biased, but I try to be honest about it instead of just acting like I'm, you know. Gold is still the best play. Yeah, let's take a look at gold. I see gold here. I'm looking at this range on gold. I drew this earlier, but I put a 5-minute chart up on gold. This is the range I'm looking at. You know, like gold's been in this range for a minute. I'm looking at this range. We break underneath this range, I might have a little bit more short bias. Obviously, we start to push over this, maybe we'll get some momentum. But this is the range I'm looking at for gold. And maybe markets are going to be choppy until PPI inflation data releases. I mean, that's very possible. Maybe we get choppiness until PPI comes out. Yeah. BGT coupon code, guys. You know? Take Profit got 50% off, the largest sale they've ever done. Oh, faithful gold. Silver is in a bullish structure. Gold or silver? Which one do you guys like trading more? Let me know in chat right now. Gold or silver? I don't know, man. I probably, it depends on which one's moving. They both move. Most of the time, gold moves a little bit more, but silver has its moments where silver can just kind of go wild. I ask people gold or silver. Bitcoin looks better. We'll take a look at Bitcoin in a second. Five-day trades. You talking about the PDT rule? Futures, there's no PDT rule, gamer. So I see gold, silver, diamond, silver, plastic. Silver has more use. Gold and silver both go up. Silver for volatility with profits rolled into gold. Wrong silver moves way more than gold. So, well, percentage-wise, yes, but I think gold... I think sometimes you look at silver and the volume's light. Not always. Right now, definitely not. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes you look at silver and the volume's a little bit lighter. That's been the dynamic for years now, you know, but there's a big but here. The last like 4 or 5 months, silver has been freaking wild. And so there's silver, man, almost back up to 100. Gold a little bit more quiet. Gold has way more market cap. Yeah, there's just more traders in gold. Hey, thank you, Sam. Hi, ho, silver. Should I do a poll for gold versus silver, guys? Hey, my guy Clinto, thank you for the donation, my friend. What's your opinion with buy and sell signals indicators like example trading view? I mean, I think they can be good, Clint. I think they can be good. You know, I think if you use them with other... You can program anything nowadays. They've got some really nice ones. Really nice ones. And so I appreciate the donation, my friend. But it depends on the indicator. You know, everyone's not good, obviously. And everyone's not bad. You know, some of them work really, really well. I would also say with indicators on TradingView, there's more analysis that you have to do with them. You can't just kind of blindly look at TradingView and say, oh, it's time to buy because this indicator says it's time to buy. Right? I think you have to, what I like to do is I like to look at the history of how well the indicator has worked over the last 24 hours because different market conditions can affect how well they work, if that makes sense, right? So I like to look at them and say, how well has it worked over the last 24 hours? If it's killing it over the last 24 hours, then I'm more likely to follow it. If it's fake out city, which sometimes happens in any market with any indicator, regardless of how good it is, but if it's fake out city, I avoid it and wait for a more promising, more favorable market for it. And I think if you do that and you're smart with it, where you're not just kind of blindly following it 24/7, but you're like, hey, how well has it worked today? How well has it worked yesterday? If it's working well, if it's doing well, that's probably the time to use it. Can't guarantee anything, not an investment professional though. But I hope that makes sense. I appreciate the donation, my friend. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, what he's talking about is custom trading view indicators, like programs. which can be really powerful. We're not talking about the 200 exponential or the VWAP. We're talking about custom indicators. Some sound advice there, John. Yeah, thank you, man. I try over here. You know, we try to give sound advice. You know, I would say I give out pretty sound. I mean, I don't give out financial advice at all. All right, this is not financial advice. But, you know, this is entertainment only, guys. Don't copy me. Not an investment professional. Don't do it. Anyways, speaking of gold, here's the Dow. Here's the NASDAQ. Again, what do you guys trade? I always ask you guys this. I'm curious. What do you guys trade? You guys trade futures? You trade stocks? You trade options? You know, what do you guys trade? I know a lot of you guys come for the data releases. I appreciate it. But what do you guys trade here? Copper is better. I trade the S&P. E-mini? Both. Stocks, NBIS. Paper hand Dan, I like it. Stonks. Crypto, commodities, options. I trade NBIS. Yeah. Futures and stocks, options, Q. Everybody or not, mostly. Let's start with Intel. Anything that moves, NASDAQ, ES, gold, intra futures only. I swing ETFs, stocks. You still need to know the origin story. You can't just go blind in with hopes and dreams. Bro, what if I'm bullish on hopes and dreams, though? Only Brian says futures and options. Options normally, but these evals got me trading futures. Pull up Palantir, due to rip soon. I trade everything. Gives me a good range. Futures and stocks. Gold, CFDs. S&P options. Pokemon cards. Tech. Britt's actually at my house right now. He's literally at my house right now. He got in late, though. You know, he drove in late. He's driving in from Baton Rouge. So, he got in late. He's at the house. I told him to skip today, bro. You know, hang out. He can't really fit in the room anyway. It's gonna be hard to get two people in here. Hopes and dreams are range bound. What? Congrats to whoever didn't sell Micron. I trade gumbo recipes, bro. Now that's a market I can support here. You know, give me some boudin recipes, gumbo recipes. We keep talking like this, Brit might show up. You know. Yeah. You should look at DRAM. Memory. Yeah. Not financial advice? Oh, it is. I'm taking it as that. Slumber party now. Brit eating the snacks right now. I sold Micron. Yeah, listen. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I told you. You start talking about food, Brit shows up. You know. He just gave me a thumbs up. He's like, I am eating the snacks right now. We're going to put a face to the beacon of dishonesty. Yeah, maybe. All right, guys. Here's the NASDAQ. Rejecting where? At the 200 exponential moving average here. We talk about this level a lot, but look at the 200 EMA, man. Just rejecting it clean here. It's not a scam if you make profits. Nobody screams scam or manipulation more than somebody that's just lost a bunch of money, you know. NASDAQ's starting to flush, though. Here, look at the NASDAQ breaking down. We have, what, 40 minutes left until PPI inflation data? 40 minutes left? Yeah, I'm not getting into all that stuff, bro. Y'all are, you know. XRP? What's up, Soul of Hefe? All right, we got 800 people watching right now. Let's see what we get here. Is it time to short or long the NASDAQ here? Here's the S&P right here. Here's oil. I've been honestly longing oil, and it's been pretty profitable lately. I don't know if I want to keep longing oil, but I have been longing oil some lately. I've got about 5 different posts from 5 different news sources that the president arrived in Beijing. But outside of that, news prints are pretty quiet here ahead of PPI data. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. How many likes do we have right now, bro? John, can you give out trading advice with zero liability, by the way? feel like that's a trap. NQ bull flag. PPI most are negative. Yeah, I mean, it is expected to jump. Like PPI inflation. Like if we look at PPI inflation here. Right. PPI for March showed up at 1.6% for goods. 0.5% in March. Goods rose 1.6%. Services were unchanged. So again, here is the last PPI report that we got here. Here's the graph, right? For PPI. Look at energy prices. Obviously, energy prices are jumping, and this is going to be the big story of this report as well. Goods jumped a lot. Transportation, warehouse services jumped a lot, but that's probably secondary effects of oil just because gas is more expensive now, if that makes sense, right? Trade services went up a little bit, but yeah, that's PPI right now. Here's the S&P 500. A little quiet here, though. A little quiet. Oil. This must be an old contract of oil. Oil's over 100 right now. Chopping sideways here. How much time we got? We have 37 minutes. Yeah, Jensen Huang joined. Like again, markets are up today. Why are markets up? I'm going to restate this. Markets are up specifically today because Jensen Huang decided to join the Trump China visit as a late entry into the as a late joining party with a bunch of other tech CEOs. What's happening right now is that markets in turn are starting to rebound here. Nvidia's up, Nasdaq is up, tech stocks are up in general. Why? Because people are pricing in more optimism for H200 chips getting unlocked in China getting more unlocked in China, I should say. And so Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang joining the Trump China visit, you know, they're hoping that they can make some type of deal with China to unlock H200 chip sales there. And markets are pricing that in right now. Now, with that said, if we get news over the next few days that for some reason it's not going well, markets could back down. Okay, so understand that. Again, if we get news that that visit for whatever reason is not going well, which I don't know if we're going to, but we could. Obviously, we could start to reverse. Tech-heavy names that are up big on the day could start to reverse. We could see a lot of turnaround in that regard. Yeah, Bitcoin, guys, still at 80.5K. Down a little bit for sure. Versus the 82s or, you know, higher that it was at earlier this week. But here's Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin, again, all the way down. 80,000. You know, pulling back from the 82s. But still over 80 here. And I think the 80 probably is a big psychological level here. Here's 80 right here. You can see we dipped under it for just a second. So let's see if we still hold. Again, I'm curious to see if we still hold. All right, there's Nvidia 225s. Yeah, Nvidia earnings are in exactly a week from today as well, with Jensen joining the Trump China visit. Nvidia earnings are next Wednesday. So in exactly a week from now, we got Nvidia earnings. Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Bump it up. You know, there's a song I could sing or something like that, but hit the like button. Ooh. Hey, thank you, Tan. Appreciate the sub, my friend. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Tan for the subscribe. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, Larry Fink is attending. PPI at 5.1% is not priced in. Nobody really pays attention. It's expected year over year at about 4.9%, but nobody really pays attention to PPI year over year, in all honesty. Like, people usually don't watch PPI year over year, realistically. Like, they could. I mean, they're going to pay attention to it somewhat, but the month over month reading is much more relevant for PPI. And in PPI terms, it's expected at 0.5% for headline, which includes energy prices and oil swings that we've seen since March. And then we have core PPI, which is expected to jump up as well from 0.1 or 0.2% last time to 0.3% this time. So We'll see, but month over month is going to be wildly more relevant for markets. Unless year over year shows up at like 6% or something crazy, it's probably not moving things. Month over month reading is going to be what everybody focuses on. And again, the S&P very close to all-time highs. All-time highs here. We are here right now on the S&P. So we are very, very close to all-time highs on the S&P. VGT, Nvidia, Tesla. Yeah. '80s and '90s beats. $85,000 the next resistance on crypto. Nvidia will dump after earnings like always. I hope not. Higher than expected is bad. Yeah, I mean, obviously higher PPI. Again, these are producer wholesale prices, but a lot of the time they get passed on to consumers. So PPI measures the change in prices that U.S. producers receive for their goods and services. So think of it as wholesale version of CPI, right? So it's like wholesale CPI. CPI is what consumers pay at checkout. PPI is what producers get paid before the product hits the shelf, right? Same product, different points in the supply chain is what PPI is in regards to inflation. So PPI catches the price at the factory door. CPI catches it at the cash register, so to speak. Again, PPI is measuring producers, manufacturers, wholesalers, farms. CPI is measuring consumers. Coverage on PPI includes goods and services. Sample size is about 25,000 producers. CPI is about 24,000 retail. But yeah, core PPI strips out food, energy, and trade. So a lot of people are going to focus on core PPI. And again, core PPI expected at 0.3%. They're still going to look at headline PPI, though. The inflationary aspects of the Iran conflict are going to make this very relevant. And, you know, you want to pay attention to all this stuff. All right, we got about 1,000 here. We got over 200 likes. I appreciate you guys. CPI gold, bull or bear? I don't know, chat. Are you bullish or bearish on CPI? What's your percentage? Last time I got it exactly right yesterday for CPI inflation data. PPI comes out 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Give me your percentages in chat right now. Give me percentages. What does month over month core and headline show up as? You know, give me your percentages. Show me what you think the numbers are going to be today. Let me hear it. I'm ready to hear it. I want to see the chat wake up here. Give me your percentages right now. Do it now. All right, what do we have here? 2.6% higher. Bearish because of CPI, 2.9%. I'm talking about month over month, guys. We're not talking about year over year. Year over year, just to put this in perspective, y'all are still way off. 2.9% doesn't mean anything. Year over year is expected at 4.9% headline. 4.9% is what's expected here. What's up, Universal Code? So we're talking month over month, which there's no freaking way month over month. I mean, I guess it could. Month over month expected at 0.5%, 0.5% today. So very, very unlikely that we're going to show up at 2.9% or something like that. That's just a kind of a wild expectation. Month over month is what we're talking about, guys. 5% month over month. Now y'all are just saying things, bro. 0.4%. Okay. 0.7% month over month. I can respect the people that are giving honest month over month. 5.1. 5.1 for what? 0.51. Okay, I can respect it. 0 plus 0.4. So 0.4, 0.7. 0.9%. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to bet for month over month. It's expected at 0.5%, 0.5. Look at the NASDAQ. Start to jump a little bit. Here's the S&P. It's jumping up a little bit as well. NASDAQ, S&P jumping up some. 0.48%, 0.6%. I like 0.6. I'm going to go with... I like it, but I think I'm going to go with don't know if I want to go with 0.4 or 0.6. I could go with just as expected for PPI. I'm going to go with as expected. I'm going to go with 0.5. That's my number, is 0.5. 0.67, 0.9, 0.29. Say 0.3 basically. Yeah, if oil's falling simultaneously at some geopolitical stuff. I don't see oil really falling though, to be honest. So this is not geopolitics related. This looks like Nvidia's up. Yeah, I mean, we did have a nice little green candle here on the NASDAQ. I don't know what it's from. Probably just reclaiming the 200 exponential moving average. Oil's not really moving, though, here, so it's not geopolitical related. Here's the S&P. S&P saw the same kind of move up. Tech of some sort. Nvidia back over 200 exponential in the VWAP. 0.61%. Yeah, core is expected at 0.3% today. So, for core, I don't know what we're going to get either, to be honest. Take me to your leader. As expected, would be extremely bullish. 8 a.m. traffic. Yeah, it's probably 8 a.m. data, maybe. 27 minutes until PPI inflation data. 27. Yeah, it's probably just 8 a.m. traffic. We got into one good trade on the day. Now we're kind of sitting tight, waiting for something good to show up. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ pop up a little bit here. Let's see if it holds. Nvidia touching 230s today. It might. I mean, it's at 226 highs right now. So Nvidia is close to highs. And if it starts to run, let's say PPI comes in low, the China visit goes well. We get like updates on the China visit that is going well, and maybe Nvidia will get China sales unlocked for H200 chips. You know, that's an optimistic thing. They could go to 230. I'm not saying they will. They could, but a lot of good things would need to happen. You know, my fear about the numbers coming in normal is that it's because the next report or the one after will be much worse due to delayed data or whatnot, or that they revise numbers next month. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to finally see past the shutdown, though. The shutdown skewed everything for a while. Now we're finally getting back to regular, normal data. Like regular, normal data is something that we're finally seeing. Yeah. 230s by Friday, I'm thinking. Last all-time high squeeze, maybe. Yeah. Or just all the folks that saw it break structure. That's probably what it is. It's probably a mix of both. Yeah, we start to get up here on my buy, but I need a dip to buy into. We have a cushion on the day. You can trade PPI with take profit trader plus or minus a minute. Yeah, you gotta wait a minute and then you can trade it. $25 minutes left. 25 minutes. All right, so we got a little dip here. Do I want to buy this dip? I think so. All right, we're gonna get it at 10 contracts, basically a mini contract here. I already got a cushion on the day, so we got a little bit of room. But we'll take profit quickly on a pop. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in timeout 4x just because you're spamming. You're almost certainly trying to just promote whatever platform that is. I've never heard of it. I want to give this time, but we already have a very large cushion on the day. Hey, what's up, Alex? Alright, guys. Yeah, Alex, you gotta hit the like button more, bro. That's what it is, you know? I pop up on everybody's home screen. Everybody's home screen, you know? They try to go listen to music, I'm there. You know? They try to, you know, do some research for school, I'm there. With that said, I'm going to get out of most of this here. I don't like it. I changed my mind. Got out of most of it, honestly, right in time there. Look at that. We kind of avoided that drop. You know. They try to look up trading content. I'm there. You know, wherever they are, I'm there. You know. Look at this drop in the NASDAQ, though. So we're right back down to the 200 EMA. Let's see if we bounce. Brit is, again, guys, Brit is at my house right now. He's at my house. I told him to sleep in. He's chilling. He's relaxing. John, wearing blue is bullish. Looking at our poll, 58% are bulls this morning. Yesterday, the Bears won. Today, the Bulls are in control right now. True, you're on my home screen when I turn on YouTube. I know I am, bro. I know I am. Listen, that's what I do. You know? All right, guys. 200 EMA right here. Also the point of control, though. So, like, but 200 EMAs right here. Bouncing right there at the 200 EMA point of control. PPA might hurt the markets. Bro, you don't trade gold? I will trade gold. Netflix? I don't mind Netflix, but I think it's long term. Honestly, we have the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight this weekend. And, you know, if that does well, gets big numbers, Netflix might pop over the weekend. You know, so I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just giving you guys kind of some historical context to how sometimes streaming apps, services move. I haven't seen Ronda fight in a long time. I do not think she is going to have trouble with Gina, though. The ideal gold, bull, or bear. I think gold's interesting enough here. Like, look, here's gold. Let me, yeah. All right, here, let me put gold up. Wrong symbol. What's the gold symbol? Is it M6? Yeah. Here's gold. So gold's big range but sideways. I think markets are just pricing in PPI inflation data right now. They're just waiting for PPI inflation data. So here's gold. It's trying to move. It's trying to move. What do you think about gold with the upcoming PPI data, bro? What are we expecting? Are we expecting it to drop? Well, I mean, gold generally wants easing. Easing is good for gold in a lot of ways. Honestly, an inflation hedge is gold, right? So number one, gold is an inflation hedge. Number two is that risk on, risk off sentiment is real. So essentially, when rates are low, that means yields are low. That means bonds are paying out less. When bonds are paying out less, people then gravitate towards gold because their bonds aren't paying out as much, right? So they might sell their bonds and buy gold with it because their bonds are only paying a couple percent or whatever. Vice versa is true whenever yields are high, right? Yields are high, interest rates are high. It kind of pushes inflation down, so the inflation hedging aspect of gold becomes less relevant, if that makes sense. And then also, bonds are paying more when interest rates are high, right? And so people buy gold less and buy bonds more because bonds have higher, you know, bonds have guaranteed returns, and that's not something that gold has. And so that dynamic is real. And so the overarching point I'm trying to make is that gold, and I'm going to say this generally because you could always isolate moments in the market where it didn't behave this way, and that's true for most symbols wherever you're looking at. But the overarching point I'm trying to make is low interest rates are generally better for gold. And what drives low interest rates? Number one, low inflation can help open the door, so to speak, to more rate cuts in general. And with that said, this is the last few days of last few days of Powell. Powell leaves on the 15th, technically. Warsh takes over in mid-June, the first FOMC meeting in mid-June. But yeah, that's kind of the gold dynamic. So the point I'm trying to make is lower inflation is better for gold. You know, low inflation. Same thing with crypto. Crypto moves in a very similar way in that regard. And it's not perfect. There's always outliers. You know, there's always differences. Like, you can never know like exactly how it's gonna move anyway. But yeah. Point is, gold can move in that way. There we go. Let me fix my chat box over here. I need to move it over, huh? Maybe I need to move myself over a little bit here. All right, guys. PPI inflation data coming very soon. Let me move this down. Kind of skews where my box is at. There we go. I can line it up with the box itself. All right. NASDAQ still right around the 200 exponential. And I think you should watch the 200 EMA here as well. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said, do you think the Trump Chinese president meeting will be a sell the news event? Right now, it's causing markets to go up, right? Microchips, markets in general have gone up on the Chinese meet because Jensen Huang decided to join them last night. So people are pricing in potentially more H200 chip sales for NVIDIA, and NVIDIA, you know, big, heavily weighted stock in the stock market, moves markets a lot. And so people are pricing in optimism for chips based off of the Chinese meet, the China meet. But it's not, you know, a given. I said this earlier. If that meeting, for some reason, we get some bad news there, we get some negative, scary news from that meeting, markets could obviously turn the other way. So we're not in the clear yet. Anything could happen. No matter how the PPI release indices pop, maybe. Break and retest. Crypto is useless trash. Worker strike for Samsung. Yeah, look, here's the S&P, here's the NASDAQ. Again, let me know what you guys see here. Here's gold. $4,700s or so. Looking at our poll, 57% bulls. A lot of the time, the bears ran things yesterday. So the bears ran things. I did the math. Anything at or above expectations would be bears, probably causing a massive crash today, since technically the industrial inflation rate would be outpacing retail month over month. Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. We'll see. I think CPI printed 3.8% was bad enough. Yeah, look at gold coming down here. Gold at 4,700s. And 4,700s has been a support level for gold. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get there. Silver drop. Yeah, here's silver. Gold and silver starting to pull back some. Hey, nice. Good luck, Matt. You can do it. All right, guys. Gold under 4,700s here. Does anyone think? Yeah, I mean, he brought a lot of CEOs to this meet as well. A lot of CEOs. We looked at this earlier. He brought. This is the list of CEOs he brought. He brought Kelly Ortberg. He brought the Boeing CEO, Kelly. Jensen Huang, NVIDIA CEO, Tim Cook, Apple CEO, even though his tenor is about to run down, Elon Musk, Tesla CEO, obviously. Outside of them, he brought the BlackRock CEO, Larry Fink, Blackstone CEO, Stephen Schwarzman, Cargill CEO, Brian Sykes, Citi CEO, Jane Fraser, Coherent CEO, Jim Anderson, GE Aerospace Chairman and CEO, Lawrence Culp, Goldman Sachs CEO, Illumina CEO, MasterCard CEO, Meta President, Vice Chairman, Dina Powell McCormick, Micron CEO, QCOM CEO, Visa CEO. So he brought a lot of different people here with him. Look at gold dip here, guys. Look at the NASDAQ fall some right now. So NASDAQ rejected again at the 200 exponential moving average right here. So the NASDAQ did reject there at the 200 exponential. It is starting to dip. But again, guys, we have less than 15 minutes before PPI inflation data goes live. Less than 15 before PPI data goes live. So brace yourselves. He brought $20 trillion in market cap. Yeah, he did. No, Max. I'm not even going to comment on that, Max. How will we ever have lower inflation with a 40% increase in oil prices for the last 4 months with no real quick fix on site? Well, I mean, there's a fix on site, but it's not likely to happen. Look at the NASDAQ fall. NASDAQ falling down right now. Look at the NASDAQ dip. NASDAQ starting to fall here. We're right at that low of the day here, too, on the NASDAQ. Ugh. We get gold, 4700s, silver. Look at the S&P right here, guys. S&P starting to dip down, too. S&P still looks kind of strong, though. This is just sideways consolidation. Probably leading into the inflation report. People are nervous, so they're taking smaller positions. But the NASDAQ is kind of fading along with the S&P here. Let's look at oil. So here's oil. Oil at 101.90s, almost 102s. 12 minutes. I see 4 Gulf states get invites to NATO summit. Saudis tell OPEC that oil output sank again to the lowest level since 1990. This was 12 minutes ago. I don't know if that correlates with this drop, but it does a little bit at least. Oil hasn't really moved though, so that's unlikely. This could just be Nvidia dipping down some. Yeah, Nvidia's at 225s right now, 225s. We're at 360s here, 360s. Hello. How you doing? I love you. Have a good day. All right, guys. PPI is almost here, guys. We got 11 minutes left. AI is bullish, major bullish trigger. AI is a huge bubble ready to pop. Someone got PPI data early. Nah, bro. There's always some rumor of a leak. It's almost never freaking true. It's almost never freaking true. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true sometimes, but it's very, very, very rarely true. China wants the US to be on so they can dominate. First move is often the wrong move. A lot of the time, yes. No, that was my daughter, Maddie. What do you think about Meta? Meta's interesting. It's on a pullback. Is it my favorite tech stock to buy? Not really. But I don't hate it necessarily. Forecast 4.9% year over year. Yeah, but that's year over year. Who pays attention to PPI year over year, bro? I mean, that's not freaking good. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. NASDAQ is down. Look at this drop on the NASDAQ here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something happened. Something happened right now. Is oil up? Oil's going up too simultaneously, but it's not a lot. Y'all like the noise I make? I'm gonna start charging you for that, just to, you know, John signals, I'm gonna call it. Oil up to 102s right now. It's just spiked up to 102.15s. Look at this candle here, guys, on the NASDAQ, bro. What is going on right now? We still got 9 minutes for PPI inflation data. 9 minutes. What is going on? Let me see it. Let's look at tweet watch here. Let's check tweets. Nope, no tweets. Weird. Oil spiking and the NASDAQ is falling, so it's geopolitics related. Look, here's oil right now. So look, here's the NASDAQ. Look at oil. Here's oil on the left side. Here's the NASDAQ, just to clarify. NASDAQ falls, oil rips up here. So this is geopolitics related. This is Iran almost certainly. And if we don't get any explanation for it, it's a very strange move. Somebody knows something. This is somebody getting baked into something. I see. No, that wouldn't explain. I see Hapag Lloyd says its forecast for fiscal year 26 market growth is 2 to 3%, but subject to Middle East situation and tariffs. All right, guys, PPI data goes live in 8 minutes exactly here, chat. 8 minutes for PPI inflation data. Yeah, we already saw that, Robert. Yeah, I don't see anything on truth. It's geopolitics related of some sort. You can see the volume surge. Like, look at the volume spike here. Oil, you can see oil go up and the NASDAQ go down, which means geopolitics for sure. More than half of Americans say their finances are getting worse, according to Axios. I don't see any news. This could be insider movement, which might mean we're on the cusp of some type of announcement, or somebody knows something about the China meet, or Iran knows something. Somebody's about to publish something. Nvidia didn't really move much, so that doesn't really explain it either. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Very strange move with no catalyst here, though. Oil spike and NASDAQ falling ahead of this report. All right, guys, here we go. We have 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. Hey, guys, this is Britt right here. Guys, this is him right here. This is him right here. Hey, Britt, how you doing? Hey, I love you, dude. Have a good day, bro. Do you think we break yesterday's lows? Oof, I don't know. If we have high PPI, maybe. Still no explanation from this movement here. Like, look at this candle zoomed in on Trade Evade. Oil spiked simultaneously as well. Geopolitics for sure, but we'll figure it out later. We got PPI data coming live here. Brit button. I like it. I like it. Nebius CapEx guidance to between 20 to 25 billion. All right, here we go, guys. We have 6 minutes left for PPI inflation. 6 minutes. Six minutes. Bull or bear, give me your last minute predictions. It's almost time here, guys. We're going to cover it as soon as it drops. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button and do it now. I'm going to put it in sub-only mode because, listen, you got to pay the toll here, guys. You got to pay the toll. Hit the like button. Do it now. NASDAQ, oil. And again, markets are pricing in some interesting stuff here for inflation data today, guys. Interesting stuff for inflation data. Year over year, which nobody really looks at, but year over year is expected at 4.9% today. 4.9%. In the last PPI report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we saw obviously the biggest spikes to energy from the Iran conflict from March. Transportation and warehouse housing services is up a lot. That's probably from oil. Oh no, hey baby, it's PPI inflation data. It drops in 4 minutes. Tell Britt to do it. Get him down here, tell him. Okay. Hey, thank you. Shout out to Boss. Hey, my guy, thank you so much for the donation, or for the subscribe. Here we go. We have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. Data's not even out yet. Short 100%. All right, guys, we have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. Okay, guys, with 4 minutes left here, bull or bear? I see some bulls in chat for PPI. Are y'all bullish on PPI? Do y'all think the oil aspects are not going to freak people out? We're already expected to jump up. We're expected at 0.5%. That's actually what we showed up as last time for PPI inflation. That's actually what we showed up as last time. Rhino Van, hey, my guy, thanks so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, brother. We are going to trade this if we can. Just be careful, because sometimes the first move is the wrong move. But again, guys, PPI, core PPI, which excludes food energy, is expected at 0.3%. 0.3%. That is a slight uptick from where it was last time. And again, that excludes oil. But headline is expected at 0.5%. I'm going to go with 0.5% as expected today for this report. But who freaking knows what it's going to show up as? We'll have to wait and see. Again, PPI is dropping in 3 minutes here, guys. 3 minutes. Pay the like tax. We appreciate it. Hey, my guy, Ja, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. High PPI. PPI will probably be bearish. It's not the wrong move. Easy uptick in stocks the way how the market is going. Yeah, PPI inflation data goes live today, guys. 2.5 minutes. As expected. I'm going to go with 0.5 as expected. That's the easy bet. Yesterday, I did get CPI's report exactly right. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do what everybody thinks I'm going to do. But I got it exactly right. Let's see if we get it right today. Here we go. A little bit over 2 minutes left for PPI inflation data. Food, energy, kind of foundation for having a job. Yeah. I think we got to take food. You know, a lot of people watch core PPI, but I think we have to focus on headline PPI as well. Check any last minute breaking news posts, which I don't see any. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the NASDAQ. We'll put the S&P up here. NASDAQ, S&P. Let's see what we get today, guys. PPI inflation data drops soon. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Make sure to hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed here, guys. You normally do, John. Always suspected insider knowledge. Yeah, I don't know how I get CPI right as much as I do. It's a gift. It's a gift. What can I say? Hey, shout out to Lewis for the subscribe. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, sir. My first guess was 3.8% for CPI yesterday. I better quit talking. I'm going to talk myself into a hole, and then I'm going to get PPI wildly wrong. Wildly wrong. All right. Here we go. PPI inflation data. We got about 2,000 people here. Hit the like button. Do it now. Subscribe. We are going to try to trade this here. I got to wait a minute after PPI's print, but we are going to try to trade this. All right, guys. Here we go. 29,350 here. 29,350. PPI inflation data drops in less than 1 minute here. Less than 1 minute. We have our sources ready. We have our sources ready. We're on the BLS website here. We're like Batman for markets. They called me that in high school. PPI coming out soon. Here, guys. Coming out soon. We have 40 seconds left. 40 seconds. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed. We'll see what PPI data shows us today. We're ready. We're waiting. We can do this. Last minute predictions. We have 30 seconds left. 20 seconds. I'm sorry. Hit the live button next to the play button. 20 seconds left. PPI inflation data drops in 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. Hit the live. Put it in 2x speed. We appreciate it. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's PPI's report right now. Okay, guys, so NASDAQ reacting negatively. PPI way higher than expected. 1% for core, 1.4% for headline month over month. 1.4% for headline month over month. That's a scary fucking print. 1.4% month over month for PPI. Core showed up at 1% month over month. Core PPI year over year showed up at 5.2%. Year over year headline PPI showed up at 6%, guys. That is a absolutely freaking crazy print here for PPI inflation data. 1.4% month over month for headline PPI. Month over month. I did say month over month. 6% year over year for headline. Core showed up at 5.2% on the year and 1% on the month, bro. That is a very, very hot print here. Very, very hot print. Yikes, bro. That is a ridiculous print here. Wow, dude. Wow. Crazy, crazy print. Absolutely crazy. We can take a look deeper into this. But, dude, that is a absolutely shocking print here for PPI inflation data. Markets do not like this. And, yeah, they are going down. We're going to read the actual report here. But, man, what a crazy, absolutely ridiculous print here. So, look at this report, guys. Wow, look at markets fall here. Yikes, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. That is a crazy, crazy print. Again, producer price final demand increase 1.4% in April, 0.6% in February. Final demand prices 0.7% in March, 0.6% in February. Nearly 60% of the April rise in final demand attributed to a 1.2% advance in the index for final demand services. So again, 1.4%. This is the biggest since March of 2022, 6% year over year. Clear upside inflation risks. Markets don't like this at all. Services up 1.2% month over month. Again, the largest since 2022. Crazy. Honestly, crazy. Wow. Yeah, that is a wild print here. Honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. Goods, excluding energy, still up 0.7%. So core goods up 0.7% right now. 0.7%. Pay attention to processed goods up 2.7%. Unprocessed goods up 4.1%. Unprocessed year over year, I'm showing 20.9%. Is that right? Upstream inflation is screaming higher. This can likely lead into future CPI price spikes. But that is a absolutely wild print here. Inflation is reaccelerating upstream. It's not just oil. It's core. It's services. Core is firm. Pipeline pressures are all rising. It's bad for bonds. It's bad for the rate cut narrative. Yields are probably going up. It supports higher for longer Fed. This is a hot inflation print. A hot inflation print, guys. Wow. That is a crazy, crazy print here, dude. Crazy, crazy print. Again, just to re-summarize this. Core PPI month over month showed up at 1%. NASDAQ, S&P dumping here. Core PPI month over month showed up at 1%. Yeah, that is a wild print. Crazy. Look at the NASDAQ dumping down, and understandably so here, dude. That is a wild print. A absolutely wild print. Kind of crazy. I gotta check the chat here, dude. Look, yeah, this is a freaking crazy print. Black Wednesday it is then. Yeah, we'll see how the China Summit goes, but the NASDAQ is dumping down here. I might trade this, though. I don't want to buy it, though. I have to short this. I don't want to buy 1% producer prices month over month in headline 1 point. And that's core. I don't want to buy core 1% month over month market. I do want to short. Is it greedy to short? Absolutely here. It is. Absolutely it is. But we're going to short anyway. All right. Because this is a bad print here. This is a bad print. Thank you for the subscribes, my friends. I appreciate it. I'm going to slowly add to this here. We're past 1 minute. I'm going to get a banner up showing you guys this, but I have to short. I don't think a long makes sense, even though we could squeeze up. I don't freaking know, dude. But markets can do wild things. We had a hot print yesterday and markets went up. But I have to short. I don't think a long makes any sense right now. What a shocking print. Again, just to put this data up on screen here. I'll put the data up so you can actually see it now, but what a crazy freaking print here, dude. What a wild print. NASDAQ understandably is down. Understandably. Yeah, we got the numbers at the bottom of the screen here. We are shorting the NASDAQ right now. Now we'll add to this as time goes on and take a larger risk here just because there we go. Come on. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit off right there. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit more off scalping this move here. This is a take profit account. You can get 50% right now using code BGT at checkout. You can use it on Tradeify, get the max discount. Apex, get the max discount. We cover this stuff live for you every day here, guys. Help support the channel. Use coupon code BGT. We appreciate the love. Thanks so much. But man, what a freaking shocking print here. Shocking print. We're already green here, but I'm going to let this kind of work a little bit more here. But dude, what a ridiculous print for PPI inflation. I guess the only question I can really ask you guys now, are you bullish or bearish on this? I mean, this is a bad PPI print. It could feed into future CPI, future Fed. There we go. We're up more. I'm going to take a little bit more off here. Lock that in. Yes, sir. We will let this continue to fall. First move is the wrong move? Maybe, brother. Maybe. That's why I'm kind of taking some off as we go down here. I'm already out of almost all this position here. I might add back on a larger bounce. It's harder for me to imagine, though. A lot of people are bullish right now. Look at all the bulls in chat. Weird. Maybe an overreaction. I don't know. Again, we showed up at what, 1.4% on the month here, though, dude? They also, here's another thing. Here, just to put this into perspective, guys, it wasn't just 1.4% on the month. They revised all of the previous ones up. All of the previous ones were revised higher. Core PPI month over month revised higher. Yeah, and so this is not just like, yeah, they revised them higher. 4.3% year over year is what they showed up at last time. They revised that higher. PPI month over month revised higher to 0.7% versus what, 0.5% last time? Showed up at 1.4% for this month. So they revised the last one higher for PPI month over month, and this one was higher than expected by over 100%. Core PPI was revised up to 4% last time, showed up at 5.2% year over year today. Core PPI month over month revised up to 0.2% last time, showed up at 1% today. So, yeah, look, I'm not against the whole dynamic of like first move is the wrong move, but this is a bad print. This is not a good freaking print at all. This is a crazy, kind of shockingly high print in PPI inflation data. And a lot of people were right. A lot of people thought PPI would be the big crazy move over CPI yesterday. A lot of people thought PPI would be the wild move, and they haven't necessarily been wrong here. PPI, much more shocking report here. I'm going to hold this break even now. Is it greedy? Sure. But I'm going to hold this break even because it's a bad freaking number here. A bad freaking number. It's a PPI party. Only thing keeping markets up is buy the rumor on the Trump President Xi meeting. Yeah. Again, Jensen joining that meeting is a good thing. You know, that's what's boosting microchips. But oil is spiking up to 102.5s right now. Not really related, but I guess people are just pricing in more worries geopolitically as well. Yeah, I blame Brit. It's Brit's fault. He didn't show up. You know, it's him. He did this. I know it. But yeah, what a crazy print here, man. That really is. That's a high number. A high number everywhere for PPI. Again, kind of a shock here, dude. Like, look at these numbers, dude. Again, it's easy to piggyback off the Bears in this instance here. I'm going to take some more off right here. It's easy to piggyback off the Bears because this is such a bad print. Like, sometimes markets go up on slightly good or bad news. Get out the way. There you go. Look at 1.4%, dude. That is not a good number. 0.6% for core. Yikes, dude. 1% core. 1.4% headline. Month over month, guys. Again, that's not year over year readings. These are month over month readings. 1.4% PPI. Scary. And that's why, like, we were already extended. I'm going to start to liquidate this position even more. We are already extended, but I'm jumping on the short. I was about to say short bus. Is that a thing? I didn't say that. Short. I'm jumping on the short side. You know? That's what I'm jumping on. All right. I'm jumping on the short side. Let's see if the NASDAQ keeps breaking down here. Top 3 shortest month. Hey, listen, definitely top 3. I would know. Listen, we're down to 217s, 218s here. NASDAQ still falling here. As again, I think piggybacking off of this really bad data, it just makes freaking sense, guys. It just makes sense. Eesh, look at this crazy bear action here. The news is that PPI showed up at a absolutely shocking print here. Shocking print. I'll try to make the banner at the bottom a little bit larger so y'all can read it. It might cut out some of this data here. Look. I'm going to zoom in here so you... Crazy. PPI was, again, I'm gonna read these numbers again. I'm gonna get out of this trade now. PPI chat showed up at, again, PPI showed up at 156% higher than expected. It showed up year over year for core PPI at 5.2% versus 4% expected. Core month over month showed up at 1% month over month versus 0.3% expected. PPI year over year showed up at 6% versus 4.3% or 4.9% expected. PPI month over month showed up at 1.4% 0.6%. They expected 0.6, 0.5. They should have been 1.4%. They also revised all of these from last month up. They revised all the producer prices up from last month. And so I assume yields are going to be dumping down. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm sure yields are going to be spiking up. I'm sorry. I meant spiking up. Higher inflation means higher rates, essentially. And yeah, look at 10-year treasury yields. They are jumping, as you might expect from this report. 4.48% right now for 10-year treasuries, jumping up on this report. It was a typo. Time to go back up. We're buying sales. Get ready for a red week, baby. Yeah, hey, listen. This is a scary print here, guys. This is a scary print. Again, it's one of the reasons I jumped on the short side here. Because, you know, again, some first moves are the wrong move, but a 1.4% month over month PPI inflation print is going to have a lot of weight on it. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. And so jumping on the short side just made sense. And you can see these drops from PPI inflation. Hey, thank you for the subs. I appreciate the subscribers. Hit the subscribe button now. Do it now. We do this live for free every day, but man, what a crazy PPI print. Do we bounce back here, chat? Put yes or no. Do we bounce back? Let me know in chat right now. I'm kind of bummed Britt missed this, you know? I'm going to yell at him right now. No way Warsh cuts. That would be 100% political if he does. I think there's a chance he cuts. I think there's a chance he cuts and does quantitative tightening. QT. He reduces the balance sheet, simultaneously cutting. Balance it. I said, do we bounce back? Yes or no? Nay. I can respect it. Nay. No. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. No. Chance to buy the dips. No. No bounce. Yes. No. Party over, but now bull party begins. No. Yes. Maybe the wrong moves that it didn't drop 3%. Sell the farm on retest. No. Yep. Yes. No. 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 Yes. Where's Bitcoin at right now, guys? I'm assuming Bitcoin is not happy on this report. I'm assuming Bitcoin is not happy. Bitcoin wants easing, and this means, you know, this means not as much easing. Yeah, Bitcoin down as it should be. Gold, I'm assuming, is down as well here, right? So I'm assuming gold is down. Yep, gold is falling. All very predictable here based off of this PPI inflation report. So NASDAQ's coming up here. We get up to 277. I might jump in short again. Will it be American greed by me here, guys? Will it be American greed? I just have a very hard time going long right now based off of this report. I think this is a scary print. Also, guys, give me a follow on x.com at beginner trades. Give me a follow on x.com at beginner trades. Try it one time. It might feel good. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for helping me break 171,000. Shout out to Walter with the subscribe. Be like Walter. And, yeah. Silver at the open is green. They want you scared, John? Who? I'm the top 3 scaredest. Energy. Again, guys, looking at the PPI report. This ain't good. This is not good. Here's the PPI report. Ugh. 5%. Yikes, dude. Transportation and warehousing, 5%. Eef. 7.8% energy reading. Just a bad report here. If we get up to the VWAP though, I'm shorting. Talk me out of that trade. We get up to the VWAP, I'm shorting. Talk me out of that. You know, AMD barely moving. Yeah, dude, this is a nasty report. Not good nasty, bad nasty. You know, not like that's a nasty truck, you know. Like you see a Ferrari, ooh, that's a nasty Ferrari, you know. Bad nasty. Quote me on that because this is not good. It's not good. That's Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin almost bouncing back though here. I will short the VWAP if we get up there though. Give me VWAP or give me something else. Yeah, like not good nasty, like nasty, bad, gross. I don't know if I'm going to get the VWAP, honestly. I think indices might keep falling here on this report. It's not a good report at all, dude. It's not a good report at all. This is the worst inflation report we've seen in probably 6 months plus, more, maybe longer. I think it's the highest inflation data we've seen. Let me give you the stats on this, actually. Again, energy up huge. Transportation, freight, trucking up 8% in areas. Chemical and industrials are up. Wholesale trade margins are up. And this is all inflation related from the conflict in oil. But what's bad is that supply chain and intermediate demand, which can be a forward signal into CPI, processed goods up 2.7, unprocessed goods up 4.1%. Is unprocessed year over year really at 20.9%? That's such a high number. I gotta check my sources here to see that. Hold on. Processed goods, intermediate demand increased 2.7%, 6 straight of demands. More than half the broad-based April rise can be traced to prices. Energy goods, which moved up 7.8%. The indexes for processed materials, excluding food and energy, advanced 1.5 and 1.4% respectively. 12 months in April, prices for processed goods moved up 9.4%, the largest 12-month rise since jumping 10.1% in October of 2022. Yeah, so again, for the 12 months ending in April, prices for unprocessed goods for intermediate demand advanced 20.9%. That is the largest 12-month increase since September of 2022. So very high inflation. Very high. John, it's going to be worse for the American people. Yeah, again, PPI prices can feed into CPI. And so CPI was already at 3.8% yesterday. Now, this is the worry now. And the reason the markets are reacting so negatively is because this means that it's likely to feed into CPI, even in areas that aren't as directly influenced by the high, gas, oil, and all that stuff from the Iran conflict, right? So secondary effects are there, but overall inflation was bad overall. Yeah, PPI, guys, just to put this into perspective, PPI measures the change in prices that producers receive for their goods and services. So PPI is what producers get paid for the product itself. Hey, shout out to G. Thank you for the sub, my friend. Thank you, brother. So producers are getting measured here in inflation. So manufacturers, wholesalers, and more. So a lot of the time, typically, it can get passed on to consumers in that way. And that's what this report is. That's what the fear is in this report. That's why the NASDAQ, S&P reacted so negatively to PPI data, is because they're worried it's going to get passed on to consumers. Again, year over year, PPI was 3.3% prior. It came in at 6. Month over month headline 1.4% versus expected 0.5%. So, again, kind of a wild freaking number here, dude. A wild number. Will it hold? Again, could we reverse now? I don't know. But PPI was not good. Was not good. Month over month PPI officially rises. Yeah, 1.4% in April. The biggest monthly jump in inflation since March of 2022. Consumers about to face another wave of serious pressure on spending power is what markets are pricing in. I still want to short, but I need the VWAP here to short on the NASDAQ. Again, gold is probably not liking this report at all because gold generally does good when rates are low. Yields are low, and people buy less bonds and instead buy gold, with yields probably going to be higher on this report, and they are higher. I mean, you look at 2-year treasury yields if you want. We looked at 10 earlier. Again, 2-year treasury yields are now over 4% here, guys. And here's the move from this report alone in yields, right? It means bonds are paying out more, high interest rates, and in turn, people might buy less gold, might buy less Bitcoin. I wanted the VWAP. We didn't quite get it. We're still dropping here, though. Economy is crapping out. I blame Abe Lincoln. What? Yeah, the only thing that can make markets The only thing that can make markets rebound today, I think, is good news from the China visit. Bro, not that bad. You are in panic? I'm not panicking. Honestly, if anything, it's kind of good for my YouTube channel. Like, sometimes more people tune in when there's a fire, if that makes sense, right? I'm not really panicking here. I'll be all right regardless. But I can't stress enough how bad this report is. This is not good. I mean, I don't think 1.4% inflation, the highest since the post-2020 period of inflation in 2022. Obviously, I don't think you could frame that in any way that's positive. You can try. I'm open to hearing it. Maybe you can. Is this good, guys? Let me know. Businesses don't wear too greedy. It's transitory. Bitcoin rebounding. Yeah, Bitcoin. I did see Bitcoin bouncing back here. Again, we're at 80K right now for Bitcoin. It's trying to hold. It's still red. NASDAQ is more red here. Is this, I mean, this is the most obvious answer question out there. Is this bad, guys? Is this bad? Let me know. Is it bad? Chat. It's not a panic situation. The report showed a lot of cracks in the economy. Times like this, you could laugh or cry. So I laugh. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Speaking of laughs, let me find it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I'm gonna find it. I found it. He's laughing at all of us with inflation, guys. Is the song right now. Noobs think the market only goes up. John, do you make onions cry? Sometimes. Yeah, the song undeletes itself. It's still here. It's the mystery. It's the mystery. NASDAQ's still falling. I wanted the volume weighted average price at 275. I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. This is Powell laughing at us, maybe. Saying no rate cuts for you, sir. No rate cuts for you. Dude, the chat likes the song. I feel like he's laughing at me, though. I feel like that's what this is. Is he laughing at me right now? He might be. He might be. He could be laughing at me. You know. So PPI was bad. Yeah, it wasn't good. It came in at 1.4% year over year. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. It came in at 1.4% month over month. They expected 0.5. So it came in over 100% over the expected number. They revised all the previous numbers up as well for producer prices. And it just generally was not good at all. Markets reacted negatively to it. Yeah, this song is the anthem of inflation. The inflation anthem. And they called me that in high school. They did call me that in high school. Gold coming down. It's at 46.86 is here. NASDAQ still getting close to the lows of the day, filling the entire optimistic gap that we had from the Chinese meet that's going on right now with NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang and other big tech CEOs and big names in equities. Maybe we'll get some good news. Again, NVIDIA could save the day here today, and I'll explain why. So NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang is in China right now with the president. Excuse me, guys. With the president and a bunch of other CEOs. If we get unlocked, if NVIDIA gets H200 chips unlocked and we get some type of optimistic thing there, NVIDIA could rebound, thus pulling the entire market back up. Very possible. It's very possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could. All right, it could. That is where we're at now. Do we get some optimistic news? Do we rebound today? Hey, what's up, FaZe? Tony? Will a Trump tweet help or hurt the market right now? So much money in China. Yeah, it's 50 billion is what Jensen said. 50 billion could get unlocked. Yeah, I mean, the issue, though, is like China's competitive with the U.S. in regards to their chip market. They're not just going to unlock those sales easily. They're going to push for domestic chips. And so I hope it happens. You know, it could happen, but it's definitely not a certainty. It's definitely not a sure thing. It's definitely not absolute. Yeah, markets have dropped a lot from the PPI report. They're now starting to rebound a little bit here. But again, I want the VWAP. I'll short the VWAP if we get back up there. I just got to kind of wait for it now. We've already made a bunch today. But and again, guys, use my coupon code BGT at checkout. Check out Lucid here, guys. I like Lucid, and I like Lucid because, well, there's a lot of reasons. One of the main ones is that on their pro account, there's no consistency rule on the 25K or on their pro account. So, you know, you can pass it in one day here on Lucid. If you use my coupon code, you get the max discount. You can go Lucid Direct and go direct to fund at 238 with my coupon code. Very cheap, very cheap. Lucid Flex, you do have a consistency rule, but it's only 50%. It's not like 20% or whatever. It's 50%. End of day drawdown options on all this stuff. Direct to fund it. And I like Lucid because 10-to-1 micro scale. End of day drawdown options, no hard breach rules. And so if you want to learn to day trade, most day traders lose money. I don't care what your favorite guru tells you. Most day traders are going to lose. They're going to act like you can get rich. Most day traders are going to lose. You can get rich. You could also get really poor doing it. And so if you want to help somebody that's honest about it, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to use my Lucid link, of course, I'm biased. I get paid by them, so naturally I'm going to be biased. But check them out. You can get 40% off right now if you use my code. Take Profit Trader. Also has pretty good rules. Has 50% off right now, no activation fee. Both of these have no activation fee, but check it out right here. I appreciate the love. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. Someone stole my membership. It was me. I was like, you know what? I don't like Vegas right now. I'm going to take his membership away. Is what I said it. I'm just joking. Kind of. Probably. 6.6% or 6% year over year. Yeah. Honestly, 1.4% month over month for PPI. It wasn't good, guys. It wasn't good. You don't love to see it. Where's the Dow out? Where's the Dow at in all the wake of this craziness? Yeah, Dow definitely didn't like the PPI report either. Dow already having a tough day. Look at the Dow. Again, does anybody day trade the Dow? V-shape looks more like an L. Take the L. That's what they called me in high school. That would actually probably true. I like America. Hey, Strickland won over the weekend, guys. Strickland won. You know, America. Here's a question. What do you guys want to buy right now? What do you want to buy right now? I'm a spy guy. Pam? Pam from The Office? It's great that YouTube allows you to look at charts on your phone while also looking at the stream. Yeah, it is. Solana? Staples? Netflix? Disney? Cash is king. Yeah, honestly, I thought Hamzat was robbed too. I thought he lost. I'm not complaining because go America. But I thought Hamzat won, unfortunately. I did think he won. Let's see if we can... Look, the Dow is rebounding back up here. Is the NASDAQ... The NASDAQ is not really, though. I want the VWAP on the NASDAQ, and I need it. I need it. And I want it now, guys. I want it now. Here is the NASDAQ. I want the VWAP. Let's see if we can get it. There's 250s. Gold Island. No home. Take two. Celsius. Potatoes. I trade Dow futures only. Really, D. Interesting. I might try it. I might try it one day. Memory. It's a very bleak song, Sam. Hey, shout out to Walter for the subscribe. Let's see. NASDAQ is up to the VWAP level. I'm going to short it right there. We'll add a little bit more to this. Again, this is a take profit account right now. We already have such a big cushion on the day. We should be all right. I believe we could fall. All right, guys. Do I add to this? I'm gonna add just a little bit here. You know, see if we get back under the VWAP. There we go. 8 contracts right now. Let's see if we can fall. Come on now. There we go. I'm immediately gonna take some off here. Yes, sir. You love to see it here, guys. You love to see it. We got a drop. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock drop coming in. We can hold it close to break even now. I'm gonna give it some time. We're under the VWAP again. With this data, we'll go to all-time highs. Yeah, no, look, I'm already up a bunch on the day here, so we're okay. Even if we lose, I mean, five micros ain't gonna really influence us. We'll get out if it breaks over. Really, I'm looking at like 300. I'd like the low of the day here. My risk is right around, really, it's right around here, 307. I'd like low of the day, but it might take a little time here, is the plan right now. So. Yeah, PPI was freaking ridiculous, man. It was high. PPI was not low, for sure. Definitely not low. Kind of a crazy print, honestly. Squeeze time, bye-bye SPY. NASDAQ is such a joke. Everyone sees the cliff. Nobody ever wants to gamble to the end. I don't know, man. I would say the NASDAQ is full of gamblers. I mean, look at me. I'm right here. I think it's just going to be heavy right now on the PPI print. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm short. I've been making money short today. I might be wrong, though. We'll see. Maybe at the opening bell, we'll get unlocked some bullishness, but maybe the bears just come out even more. Maybe this is the correction catalyst that we needed. I'm not saying I wanted it, but maybe it's the one we needed. Hey, give me a follow at x.com at beginner trades, guys, as well. Give your boy a follow. Here's the link. We appreciate it. There's the link right there. Check it out. I'm not going to add to this. I'm just going to sit on it. Yeah, chips are up big today, guys. So chips are making moves. 25 minutes into the market open here. But yeah, PPI data, not good. Not good at all. I reckon we'll drop at the opening bell. Yeah, that's possible for sure. Starting to see a little bit of bulls coming in, though. Amazon introduces Alexa AI assistant for shopping in the U.S. Wells Fargo announces corporate issuance. Man. PPI high since 2022. Really bad print. I kind of knew it was coming. Honestly, we've been getting a lot of high projections for inflation. And usually I ignore the crazy high ones. I think of people just trying to sensationalize things. This instance was not that at all. This instance was very, very high PPI inflation. By the effing dip. They said FPPI all-time highs is better. Mom said to stop trading and come home and work for the farm. Again, just to give you guys some understanding in this trade. This is a longer term trade here. My risk level is about right here. So we're about halfway there. We still got room. My reward target's down here, though, at 20s. And so it's a little bit better reward to risk. But we got to give it some time. John, ignore the PPI print and buy chips. Like Lay's chips, you know? I'm like a Ruffles guy, personally. You know? Give me some cheddar and sour cream Ruffles, you know? I know you're not talking about microchips right now. Buy Nike. I am long for the day. All right, guys. Opening bell is almost upon us. 23 minutes. Chip dip. If this doesn't bring it down, I will join the Perma Bull team. But I'm just saying, as a, as a sometimes Perma Bull, that's usually the right side. Yeah, I mean, look, the Perma Bears are right, what, once every 10 years? And sure, they might make some money when they're right. But you better believe they're losing money the rest of the time. And so Perma Bull is generally the right side. Is it always the right side? No. And again, every time somebody says generally, you always got that guy who's going to be like, well, what about this one time, 20 years ago that this happened? That's why we say generally. Generally, the Bears are wrong most of the time. Not always, though. Not always. Ask Michael Burry. Ask Michael Burry. Oh, man. The reason behind to keep people work from home to change PDT rules by canceling FINRA. Buy the dip on the chips. I believe this trade is going to work out, guys. We set a risk level. It's rejecting at 300. NASDAQ's starting to come back down. Here's the VWAP. There we go. What do we have? 20 minutes until the opening bell? Michael Blurry, they say. I'm hyped up today. I am too. I mean, PPI showed up freaking hot. Yeah, it showed up freaking elevated. Scary PPI print, though. Scary PPI print, unfortunately. Again, use my coupon code APEX. Use it on Lucid. Use it on Take Profits. Got 50% off right now, guys. 50%. Biggest sale they've ever done. Tradeify has the cheapest direct to funded as well. Check out Tradeify. I am going to join their little competition thing. Ugh, but it's time. It's time. I'm waiting here, guys. I believe I can make money in this trade. Don't try to talk me out of it. We going higher today? 2-hour chart shows movement up. Yeah, but does the 2-hour chart take into account PPI inflation data? IDF chief says forces are prepared to resume fighting if necessary. Apple and Google close SMS security gap as iOS 26.5 brings into encrypted RCS messaging for Android and iPhone. What percentage will businesses pass on the consumers? We don't know. We'll have to look, but... Chat GPT thought the data was hypothetical. I bet it did, man. Honestly, it was one of those prints where I had to check the PPI report, right? I started seeing 1.4%, 6% numbers. And I'm like, hey, maybe the data puller I'm using is wrong. Maybe it like scraped the data too quickly. Maybe, it got overzealous with the data pull. Let me look at the BLS site and make sure this is right. And then it was right. And then, So the historical pass-through rate, I think, is 30 to 50% within 3 to 6 months. And like, that's why people are nervous, is that the historical pass-through rate is 30 to 50% within 3 to 6 months, within half a year. So if that's the case, that's a lot of inflation that we might be eating within 6 months. All right, guys, we have 19 minutes left. 19 minutes. I'm hoping oil spikes a little more so I can get a couple more shorts in. Again, I'm going to put it out there. Tradeify, chat. Tradeify. The cheapest director funded in the game. They also have a free join for free $1 million trading competition that's free to enter. All right, you can get Lightning funded on Tradeify for $207, the cheapest in the game. So check them out. Great way to help support the channel. Code BGT at checkout, guys. Use it. Believe it. Love it. They should put a real man on their side instead of Izzy? Bro, Izzy would... He'd be lights out for you in about, what, 15 seconds, probably. I mean, listen, as a mediocre blue belt, I believe that I could, you know, choke Izzy out. I just do, you know. I think all mediocre blue belts believe this. You know. But still. Yeah, where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin is rebounding some here. So Bitcoin back up to 80.3. It's still red since the CPI or the PPI report, which dropped right here. So it's still red from it, but it's less red than it was. It's less red than it was. Hey, good luck, Sublime. Alright, I'm still in this trade, guys. I'm waiting. I do like it slowed down. We can get underneath here, we might have some room, but... Yeah. I think this song is a little bit too calm today for everything going on right now. Song is too calm. Aggressive hugger. Yeah, you know. Dude, y'all better stop talking smack or I'll butt scoot. I'll butt scoot at you guys, you know. A beacon of intimidation. They used to call me. Probably. You know. Yeah, 6% is wild. Really, the 1.4% month over month is more wild. Year over year PPI, nobody really looks at that, but they do look at month over month, and month over month came in at a wild number. Core month over month showed up at 1%. That's a scary print. That's a scary print. It's not good. In fact, if I lose on this trade, I'll challenge a black belt at my gym and upload the video. If I lose on this trade, I'll challenge a black belt at my gym and upload the video. That's how confident I am in this trade right now. PPI was 1% core, month over month. It was 1% core month over month. Headline PPI was 1.4%, you know? All right, everybody start buying. I don't know if I've ever had the chat more against me than right now. You gotta believe it's gonna work, guys. What if I tap the black belt, you know? Might be worse for you, you know? I think it's starting to look good for me here. We got 14 minutes left. I think it's gonna look good. Does it look good, John? Cap? I'll do it, bro. I don't care. You know. Oof. All right. PPI looks super fine. Yeah, I mean, look, 1.4%. 1.4% month over month. Producer prices, you know, it's normal, guys. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, Sanu. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, brother. Where's your promise drop? Dude, I didn't promise anything. If anything, I'm the top 3 least promiser out here. I don't promise anything. Except for good vibes in here. That's all I promise. And sometimes that's not true. So I don't even promise that. I take that back. But look at this drop happening here. Look at this drop happening. I believe it's going to happen. Waiting for the historic crash at the opening bell. Maybe we do get a historic crash at the opening bell. Market expected this print. They absolutely did not. NASDAQ dropped heavily on this print, which means they didn't expect it. You know, if the NASDAQ stayed the same and sideways, you know, that means the NASDAQ expected it. The only thing that could counter this drop from PPI today, again, is the Trump China visit with Jensen Huang joining late yesterday. People are pricing in more optimism for China H200 chips getting unlocked. Jensen Huang says that opens up $50 billion potentially. And so that's what the optimism was about this morning. But we filled a lot of that gap on the PPI reprint. Now we're heading into the opening bell. We'll see what happens. The month over month is just from the Iran conflict, though, right? Core. Well, a lot of it is, yes, Max. But core was also 1% month over month, which excludes energy prices. So core was honestly really high relative to expectations. And so NASDAQ coming down. You'll have to see it. Are we ignoring inflation in hopes of positive China news? The market, I don't know. The market's down. It's down. It could be a little bit, but it's down overall right now. This inflation data is bullish? Of course not. All right, guys. It's time. Again, my risk level here, guys, is 307. I'll go ahead and draw this right here. 307, my risk level right here. That's my risk level. Reward target's down here. John Downwick, you should wrestle a black belt. It's the same thing, bro. I'm not a butt scooter in jiu-jitsu either. Like, I'm not a leg lock guy, you know? Like, I'm more of like top pressure wrestler style. All right, guys, it's not looking good for me here. When does the market on open happen? In 5 minutes? We started to move up. It's transitory. Went long on Tesla March 24, turned 30K into 160. Take profit. I'm not an investment professional, Matt. But if it was me, I would take some of it off. I would hold. I would probably hold a little bit of it too, though, just in case the robotics things takes off for Tesla, which it could, you know. But you know, we'll see. But that's a big gain, you know. It depends on your strategy. Long term, depends on what else you can do with that profit that could potentially beat. Yeah. Yeah, Clarity Act advances to the U.S. Congress. Again, Warsh is going to be stepping in on the 15th, so day after tomorrow on Friday. Double the opening bell. Market is confused because they haven't been able to price in NVIDIA. I mean, I think the market absolutely priced that in. The market's up specifically on markets pricing in that. Market gapped up this morning on that specifically, on Jensen Huang joining the China visit with Trump. And NVIDIA, if you look at NVIDIA today, guys, NVIDIA is at 225s right now, 225s. So, yeah, NVIDIA's gapping up heavily. It's not really reacting to PPI as much, though. Before the second inflation bubble of the 70s. Yeah, I'm not a big 70s music guy. I like some 70s music. I'm more of like 60s. I like 80s music. I like 60s music. I like 90s music. Like, it's alright. Has to do EMA 50 on a 30-minute first before going down. Most of it was energy and gas. Yeah, but core was 1% month over month. John, would you take a right hook from Mike Tyson for 5 mil? Dude, sign me up today. I'll take 2 right hooks back to back. 50 million? Or 5 million. I'd still probably do it. There's our red candle. They knew PPI was going to be bad from yesterday's CPI. Yeah, but PPI was worse than yesterday's CPI. Core was higher as well, is the shocking thing. So core was higher. Bull's getting trapped. I'm short right now. I have a very hard time longing this, but again, if I lose this trade, I'll challenge a black belt in my gym, and then I'll upload it, I guess. I'm not really happy about it, but I will. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the Tradeify Cup. I haven't finished my sign up yet, but I'm gonna be. I have to verify my account in there. Yeah, Clarity Act tomorrow too. $5 million, bro. Let's look at something for a second. All right, let's say you got $5 million. All right. All right, let's say you take. Let's say if you take 2/5 of that, or 3/5 of that, and you buy bonds with it, earning what, like 4 point whatever percent right now. Let's call it 4.4%. Let's say it compounds too, just for fun's sake, 4.4%. Right. For that $3 million, in 10 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 years, it's gonna basically double. Or not double, I'm sorry. In 10 years, it's gonna turn into 4.6 million. So you're basically earning what, 100,000 a year? 150,000 a year just on that 3 million? For one punch to the face? Sign me up, dude. Sign me up. Knee's good. Knee's good. All right, guys. We might get stopped out here. I don't want it to happen. But I think the market on open data. Here's my stop level. Tyson ain't gonna, I'm not gonna be dead from that, bro. I might be hurt. Look, we take 300K out for medical expenses. Top 3 greatest stop losses ever right here, guys. Stop losses right here. I believe here, guys. I believe. We got 4 minutes left, though. Do I have to hold this through the open now? If I cut it here for a loss, does that count? Yeah, it might not matter. No, don't do it. They'll do it. How much time we got? We have 3 minutes into the opening bell, guys. 3 minutes. Add to the short. No, I'm not adding. It's pretty small. I mean, we're up. We're still green on the day, even if we get stopped out here. And so, I want to see if we get slammed down back under 300s. The sketchy part here really is the opening bell, though. Black Belt Village. Here we go. Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, I feel like, you know, I feel like the chat's rooting against me a little bit today. Add to the short. Nah, bro. Look at this drop, though. You love to see this. Look at this. We're still in here, guys. We're still doing it. Oh, yeah, we're in here. We're doing it. No, don't do it. Keep going down here. We do have life, guys. We do have life. Ugh, kind of nervous about this, though, here. Again, use coupon code BGT at checkout, guys. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. BGT at checkout. Lucid, Take Profit, Apex. Funded next. Isn't his name Bert? I think it's Ernie, personally. What did PPI come out as? PPI came out at 1.4%, guys. 1.4% headline month over month for PPI. 1% core month over month. The greatest stop loss of all time right now. The greatest stop loss of all time. We have 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. This is the greatest stop loss of all time. Or is it? Or is it, guys? $15 seconds into the opening bell. I gotta hold it through the open, I guess, now. I don't really like this, though. Alright, here's the opening bell. Hit the live button next to the play button. Let's see what the opening bell brings us today. Be careful, guys. Yes. No. Yes. 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 No. Yes. I believe the Bears are going to get unlocked now. A late reaction. No. No. Yes. All right, I'm going to take a little bit off here. I'm just locking this in. Look, I'm sorry. All right, no, I'm just going to lock that in. I made money. I made money. Best stop loss in history, they say. I'll add to this if it goes in my favor, though. Here's the VWAP. Yep. Yep. Lows of the day. Lows of the day. Let's get greedy here. Greedy when others are fearful. I believe. Yep. Okay. American greed. Greed is good. I think Abe Lincoln said that. Greed, for lack of a better word, is good today, guys. And we're going to start cutting the rest break even. Yes. Good. Let's take, look, I got one contract left. I'll add to it if it rebounds back up some towards my entry so I can get a better target. There's the rebound. We're going to add straight to this now. See if we drop right now. We'll add a little bit more here. We got 9 contracts. Yep. I think I got way too much size here, though. I got to take a little bit off here. Give it a second. I think a lot of people are shorting this bounce, too. A lot of people are shorting this bounce. Yep. Take a little bit more off right there. I'll sit on the rest. Yep. I say a lot of people are shorting that bounce, dude. A lot of people are jumping in short on that bounce. All right, let's go to lows now. We got 1 contract left. We've scaled out of most of it. Bring me to lows. Lows are the home today. Not investment advice. Don't copy me. Yeah, I'm waiting. I want to see a retest of lows here. I think a lot of people are jumping in short of this pop, but you never know. Maybe we squeeze back higher here, go red to green. I don't think so, but maybe. If we go high and start breaking highs, market doesn't care about anything except more highs. We've scaled out of everything. We're going to be green on all of these trades. We'll let the VWAP test. Our risk level is going to be about 7.5 right now. So we hit 7.5. I'll cut it. Still very, very green on the trade and green on the day overall. Reward targets at lows. When you risk getting smashed by a black belt, you trade better? Yeah, listen. You know, we gotta do what we can do here. Hey, what's up, Melissa? If I lose on this trade right now, guys, what's left on this trade? I'll still go challenge the black belt and upload it. Give me lows. Again, risk 275. Targets the lows. On a flat right now. Nvidia's flying, though. It's at 227s. Might not be the best time to short. Again, if I lose on this trade, though, I'll challenge a black belt at my gym. I don't think I'm losing, though. Look at that. Yep. Give me lows. Give me lows. All right, I'm going to take a little bit off. We're close enough to lows. I'll take another little piece off here. 1 contract left. We're basically at lows right now. If we break lows, great. We'll write it down more. Yep. You love to see it. You love to see it. Here's lows. Lows of the day. There you go. We just cracked lows of the day here. I'm going to get out right here at the lows. I'm out. Easy money. Easy money here. I got out almost at the bottom, too. Look at that. I don't like attacking the low of the day or the high of the day break. I like riding the range once we get close to it. Down here. I don't want this. If it continues, great. And if I'm holding a piece, that's great. Right? But I think once we break underneath a certain point, right? Once we break underneath a certain point, a test of the lows becomes more probable. Not necessarily a break, but a test. All right, and so if you can identify like a really easy momentum swinging range down to the lows, like this area here, easy money, easy money. Whether it breaks or not, sometimes it's gonna break and then rip right back up, right? That doesn't matter because I'm taking most of the profit off once we get to the bottom of the range here. Does that make sense? Yeah, and look, there, we're popping right back up. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, sir. So I hope that makes sense, right? That like you attack the range down to the lows. Not the low of the day. Rookies and new traders will attack high of the day breakouts and low of the day breakouts, and they're always trying to find momentum. And maybe we do keep dropping. Again, you can hold on to a piece if you really want to catch that drop. But if you target the range, by the time we get to that low, by the time we get down here, you can have a very winning trade that you've already scaled out of a lot of, and then hold a little piece. So if it keeps breaking down, great. Like it's doing now, it's breaking down a little bit, great. You can still hold on to it. But the higher percentage trade is down to the low of the bottom of the range, not necessarily the break of it. Too many times it breaks the range and then liquidity grabs, sweeps up. But yeah, look at this low just pushing here. Yeah, we could stop at 175. Look at 175 right here. We could. Here's 175 right here. Momentum's heavy on the downside though. But yeah, we hit 180s. Yeah, we narrowly avoided my stop loss on the other trade. We narrowly avoided it. Like we almost hit it. But again, that's why I make it a little bit like when I make a stop, I identify a stop loss level and then I say, hey, usually it's like an obvious level. I don't ever attack the really obvious level like a big whole dollar number, a big risk level or anything like that. I usually try to put it maybe 5 to 10 cents or $5 to $10 over it. Right? That way I don't get targeted by market makers. I don't get targeted by sweeps. I don't get targeted by nonsense. And I have a little bit extra room. Yeah, we didn't bounce at 175, but we're up to 180 now. Bro, I've been having this weird thing in my ears, bro, where I hear like a do in my ear right here. I had that sinus thing, man, and like it's been like that ever since, where I hear like a bop, bop, bop in my ear. It's not like a full-on like with my heartbeat. I know that can be bad. Right, this is more of like every now and then I'll hear like da, da, da. You know, I don't know what it is. Very strange. It ever since I thought it could be blood pressure, but it's ever since I got a cold like 3 weeks ago. Nasdaq starting to rebound back up. Man, look at let's see if we can get back down there. We're kind of consolidating now. I have to just kind of chill and wait. My blood pressure is really not that high. I mean, it's not low. My blood pressure normally is probably like 1. It could be from 120 maybe to like 130 if it's really high, over like 80. You know, 85 sometimes, which I know is somewhat high. Like there's the big rebound bounce, but not high enough to cause that in my ear. Yeah, that's what AI said it was eustachian tube dysfunction. Look at this big rebound back up here, guys. This is why I don't target the low of the day. Here's low of the day. We go underneath it, and then huge rip back up. I'm not going to jump back in short. I'm going to wait a little while first. I'm sure there's a doctor in chat that'll diagnose you. Yeah, nest of spiders in your ear. Yeah. They used to call me that in high school. Nest of spiders. We're up to 250s right now, 250s. I'm going to end this poll now. And I'm going to do another poll right now. And we're going to ask the market. Does the market rebound today? Yes or no? We're just going to keep it yes or no. Does the market rebound today? Yes or no? Here's the volume weighted average price right here. 263, rejecting exactly at that purple line, that volume weighted average price level. %54 no's, 52%, 51%, 55% no's. Yeah, we go to this health store to buy like healthy stuff. It's genuinely one of the most ironic things I've ever seen in my life, bro. We're at this health store buying healthy, like kind of like, dare I say, like hippie-ish stuff. Look at the NASDAQ move up. You buy enough of it, they give you a free donut or a free cookie. It could be a racket, now that I think about it. You know? Like, hey, buy enough broccoli sprouts, and you get a free donut for it. What? Like, I'm like, Carol, don't buy any sweets. Carol's just bringing home cookies and donuts, you know? It's just, I don't get it, man. All right, so we hit the VWAP here. We hit the VWAP. We're down to 234s right now, 234s. Bear season until midterm is over. Yeah, we were just rejected at the volume weighted average price. Definitely not a weed cookie, no. Definitely not. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. NASDAQ starting to go back down a little bit here. We went up to the volume weighted average price of 262s. We're at 234s right now, 234s. John, you're a total wimp? I definitely am a total wimp. I mean, top 3 wimpiest. Look, we're starting to come down. We're at 230s right now, 230s. All right, we're at 250s. Trade, I made money on it. I made money on every trade since the opening bell, I think. $30 bond auction at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Something to watch today. Yeah. NASDAQ coming back down. The bears are in control, it looks like. After that PPI print, bears have just not been stopping here. They've just been continuously rejecting. Like I said, I think a lot of the time you piggyback off of big moves. You have a big move down, a lot of people start jumping in on a short at like VWAP levels, and then continuations back down. So we're heading back to the lows. I'm looking at 175, see if 175 bounces us right here. We're at the low again. We're at the lows again. Yep, there's 175 right here. And 175 did not bounce it. We got down to 165s maybe. Are you guys red or green right now? Red or green today? Chat? Still cracking lows. We're at 168s, 170s. Red, super red, red, green. Green was red, now green. Red, green. Do the PPI news. A little red. Green and done. I give it back. Green, short AMD, green, red. Green on the red price action. Trading with you. Very green. Hey, what's up? Don't do it. Don't do it. You might lose. Hella green. Green on gold. Green. Green, small green, small but green, green but small. Red, red, green, very red. Kind of mixed today. A lot of greens though. NASDAQ cracking lows again. 140s right now in the NASDAQ here, chat. We are falling. Right now, falling. Looking kind of sketchy right now in markets, chat. NASDAQ still falling down. We are not looking great. Green, green. No, Brit's actually at my house right now, guys. He's just, again, he got in late. He's sleeping right now, I think. NASDAQ just went red for the day. Red rum in the market, green, 1560, PPI 6%, forecast 4.8%. Yeah, but it's year-over-year PPI. It comes and goes. Yeah, Nitro, it happened after I got sick. Like, I got sick like 3 weeks ago. I got a cold. Man, NASDAQ's still just dumping down here, guys. Wow. Look at this drop here. Look at this 29.5 level, and then 29's right underneath us here. So look at the red show up here, guys. Wow. Look at this red. Yikes, dude. Again, the PPI print was not good at all. 1% core, month over month. Yeah, we are dumping down here. Yeah, oil, guys, is back up to 102.60s. It's not a crazy move up, though, but... it's just weak on the NASDAQ. Nvidia's faded all the way back to 222. About to go red on the day. NASDAQ tumbling down here. Look at 29.5s. 29.56. Right here. But man, the bears are in control. Yeah, so President Trump and China's president are expected to weigh tariff cuts on 30 billion of imports at the U.S.-China summit this week. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at yesterday. 29.56. Gold is down. That's why people before the opening bell that are like, oh, PPI wasn't that bad, bro. Market didn't care. Yeah, it did. With that said, though, as I say that, look at the market rip up. Let's see what's going on. Look at that candle. Iranian spokesperson says Strait of Hormuz is under strategic control of Iranian armed forces. We were no longer allowing American weapons to pass through the strait and enter bases in the region. Any country that wants to pass through it must be under the supervision of the armed forces in Iran and must pass without harm. Once I saw TikTok start to post about memory stocks, I sold all my memory shares. Yeah, I mean, Nvidia's down. That's not memory, but SanDisk is down today. It's not down that much, though. MU, still down. 790s. Not a ton, though, to be honest. FedEx Board of Directors approved spin-off of FedEx Freight. Yeah, there's only one man that can save the day here, I think. I call him John Pong, you know. But NASDAQ is looking scary right now, guys. Scary. Long or short right here. I almost want to go long. Almost. I'm not into it yet, but we keep dropping, I might go long. Almost I want to go long. Long or short right now, let me know in chat. Bull or bear, long or short right here where we're at now. I almost want to go long. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not an investment professional, guys. I'm not liable if you lose. Make your own assessment, trade smart. I can't guarantee anything. Now everybody wants to go long, man. Y'all are just... I'm not going to say y'all are copying me, but, you know. I can respect the bears, even though, you know. Meta strong. AI stays long. At least my Cisco's doing good. I wouldn't trust the long. It's really hard to go long. That's what I said almost, because yeah, like we're down so much. The market might just kind of rebound up to 175 and reject back down, retest lows, right? So that's very possible. It's going against the momentum right now, going long, but we're down so much that the risk reward might be justifiable is what it is. So it's against momentum. I would say the likelihood that it's going to work is a little bit lower, but the reward, if it does work, could be substantial. And so that's kind of what you have to weigh with stuff like this. Like, it's going to be a lower accuracy setup going against the trend, just because anything going against the trend is generally lower accuracy. But after we drop so much, there is a reward risk factor in play, I think, you know. So logging from here, short to killing it. Yeah, we're starting to creep up. Again, we're at 174s, 170s here. Here's 175. We said we could reject there. Is it greedy to short this? I will short this, and if I lose, I'll challenge the black belt at my gym. A black belt at my gym. I'm going to do it anyway. We're up enough, guys. We're up enough. We'll take 6 contracts here. Again, my risk level in this trade is going to be about 215 right here. I'll call it 216. Reward target's going to be probably like 110. 216 here, right around here. It's going to be my risk level. Do not copy me. I'm not an investment professional. But that's my risk level. Reward target's going to be right around here. What did I say? Was my reward target 110? Here? That's the trade right now. Again, if I lose, I'll have to challenge the black belt at my gym. My accuracy's been very good today, though. Very good. So, even if we lose here, we're still up huge on the day. Why not take the trade on your risk level? I want to give it some time. I'm still going with the flow here. I'm going with the trend. I'm going with the momentum. But, again, even if we lose... Oh, no. All right, we got to exit here. We lost. Shit. First losing trade of the day, I think. Yeah, it barely stopped me out, too. It barely stopped me out. I should have gone long like I wanted it to, guys. I should have gone long. Ugh. Nvidia rebounding back up. Look at gold back up here, too. So... We're still very green on the day, by the way, though, guys. Very green. Long full portfolio. Yeah, long full portfolio. Do you blame us? I kind of blame you guys. I was like, go long, and y'all were like, no, don't do it. You know? So it is your fault. I mean, I think it's definitely not my fault. I do like Take Profit so far. Yeah, Take Profit's nice. I like it a lot, too. I like Tradeify, too. I like Lucid a lot. I like Apex a lot. They're all good at different things, you know. Tradeify's got the cheapest directive funded. Again, if you use my coupon code BGT, you get the base directive funded on Tradeify, $207, cheapest in the game. Lucid is kind of a great mix of everything. Allows micro scalping, or allows micro scaling. I mean, you can pass in one day on the pro accounts. Just a lot of good stuff about Lucid. They have directive funded as well. Reasonable rules for traders. Kind of a good mix of everything. Take Profit currently has 50% off. Good for beginners. I think my short would have worked here. Again, use coupon code BGT. You'll get the max discount on all of them. I appreciate the support. I think my short would have worked here. I just got in a little bit earlier. Or maybe I set my stop loss a little bit too high. I maybe should have waited for like 190s, 200s even to jump in the short. Because look at this turnaround here. I think the short would have worked. But it's all right. Every trade can't be good. We try. We're still up a lot. What are we, like 3 for 4 today so far? That's how it goes. I'll take it. First instinct is usually right, 100%. You notice that, like whatever you decide, like want to do first, is usually the right move. If you look at it too long, you get kind of a paralysis of analysis, and you just kind of start thinking about all these different scenarios and outcomes. It kind of clouds your judgment a little bit, whereas the first move is generally the better move, or the first idea is generally the good one. Basically, my ideas before I look at the chat are usually the right ones. Meta rebounding. Oh, the day's green. Very green. Rate hike. Yeah, let's take a look at rate cut odds. Odds are going to go way down here. Yeah, they were at 2.4 now. Today they're at 1.4%. So they dropped a full percentage point. But still, we were going to pause anyway here. You look at July, October. Yeah, I mean, interesting. In September, the odds of a rate hike, a 25 basis point hike, go up to 8.4%. In October, 19% odds of a rate hike by then, 77% chance of no change, 2.7% chance of a cut. December, by the end of the year, markets are pricing in highest likelihood that we don't do anything, 30% chance we raise rates, 2.2% chance we cut now, 4.4% chance we raise rates 50 basis points. So, interesting nonetheless. If inflation data continues to show heated like it's been doing, that's where we got problems. Yeah. Yeah, that short would have worked, dude. Yeah. Alright, we're starting to rebound back up. Partly driven by NVIDIA right here. I'm waiting for single stock futures to come. Props as well. That'll allow me to day trade single stocks. Rate hike. Do we cut rates this year? I know, I'm sure most people are going to say no. In fact, some might say we raise rates. I don't know. Microsoft's LinkedIn is preparing to announce layoffs. Tehran is working on a service fee for ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran says the fee would cover services such as navigation support and rescue operations. So it's looking more and more likely that Iran's going to try to charge fees for passing the Strait of Hormuz. There's worries about whether the Strait will ever turn to its pre-conflict state. That's the fear. You know, is that it's never going to turn back to its pre-conflict state is the worry. Gold's still coming down here. NASDAQ went red a little while for the day. And NASDAQ starting to retest these levels here. Warsh will cut no matter what. Warsh is, it's not up to Warsh, it's not up to only Warsh. Also, join our Discord. It's completely free, guys. Check it out. Hang out with us after the stream ends. We appreciate it. Hang out with us at our Discord. Yeah, Jay says for ear drainage, massage down your neck, both sides, right from the base of your ears down to your collarbone will encourage draining. Hey, I appreciate it, Jay. I'll check that out. I appreciate it. Yeah, join it. Live it. Breathe it. Join the Discord. I don't know whether to long or short here. I really don't at this point in time. We can do a giveaway today. We'll give away one Lucid Flex 25k eval, 100% off. Here, I'll go ahead and start it. Start that now. Isn't there like hold on. Nice. 1 Bitcoin. I wish 1 Bitcoin, bro. It gives you 1 prop for 25k eval is what it is. But it's 100% free, so if you pass the test, you get funded 25k, you can start taking payouts. There's a cooler way to do it, like a horse race, though. Gotta find it. Hey, shout out to Silver Bulls are eating up all the sell orders. Yeah, here's silver right here, 87 80s here. Here, hold on, guys. Hold on, dude. Okay, look, we'll just do a regular giveaway. Exclamation point BGT will get you, but I gotta do it yet. Wait, don't enter it yet. I gotta do it now. Silver started to rip up. Give me a second. I don't like the way. Okay, now. Exclamation point BGT will get you signed up. You got to enter it. I just set it up, guys. I just set it up. So I see all the overzealous people in here doing exclamation point BGT. If you want to enter the giveaway, bro, now enter exclamation point BGT. It might not have worked last time because you're too early here. I didn't say to do it yet. Y'all just started spamming BGT in chat. Do you think it's more bearish for indices or for Bitcoin? Bitcoin. Bitcoin almost certainly wants easing, and high inflation's not good for it. And so, yeah, I think it's more bearish for Bitcoin, but time will tell. It might be a little bit. It might be a little bit. Yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway, exclamation point BGT. It's got to be a short right now. I don't know, man. I might be done. I don't know. I'm gonna let the giveaway build up here, but Pew, I think I enabled it to where you can enter it. So what happened before, guys, is that I didn't select members could join the giveaway as well. So it's basically just chat, like viewers, chatters, but it wouldn't let members or anybody join. And so now it'll let members join. So if you're a member, you can now participate in the giveaway. You know, yeah, you were cheated. Basically, it's a conspiracy, Pew. That's what it is. You know, definitely a conspiracy. You know, it identified you. It was like, you know what, Pew? No. Robot hates Pew. That's right. It definitely hates Pew. All right, guys. It looks like a short. We're right under or right over the previous closing price. So we are right over the previous close. Mister, I can check if you're in there. Yeah, Mr. UL, you're in there, bro. You're in there, dude. What's up with Meta? Meta's rebounding today with a lot of software. Oil's up to 103 though right now after we got news that Iran is thinking about charging tolls for ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz. You got to do exclamation point BGT. It's got to be exclamation point BGT chat if you want to enter the giveaway. Exclamation point BGT will enter you into the giveaway. It's like people hovering over the Costco sample person handing out a quarter of a cookie. Bro, I grew up in a day and age where you know, you had samples at stores. As a child, I would walk around the store with no intent of buying whatever they were selling. Just trying to eat samples, you know. Give me cheese, I'll eat it, you know. Give me a cracker with some type of weird meat on it, I'll eat it. You know. That was my life. That was my life. NASDAQ is coming down here. It just tested the previous closing price. Yeah, crypto short, stop spamming it, bro. The more times you spam it does not equal more times you're in it, dude. Basically, cut it out, dude. Cut it out. That's why they took samples away. Everyone long, I just bought SPY calls rally over. Uh-oh. Yeah, you could. Killing Frenzy, you win again, dude. Look. You know. Alright, guys, we're at 29 130s. Pereira versus Gon. I gotta go with my dog, Pereira. But, look, here's the NASDAQ breaking lows again here, guys. Breaking lows again. Should I have shorted this? I don't know. That short would have worked, too. I barely got stopped out, bro. Here is my stop. This is where it went. Barely got stopped out, dude. Just barely. Red. I'm changing my name to Master Chief if Frenzy wins again, dude. If Frenzy wins again, bro. Alright, starting to pop back higher. Trying to short this market is so much harder than going long. Yeah, I mean, the more it stays down here without cracking lows again, the less momentum on the downside there is. But obviously, things could change in a second. You know. Here's this level. I think 175 is relevant. We drew this level earlier. 175 started to creep up. Bitcoin now under 80,000 here too. Brit's here. What a Brit wins the giveaway. Again, exclamation point BGT will get you signed up for the giveaway, chat. Yeah, you could win a 25K Lucid Flex eval, 100% off. We'll try to at least do one giveaway a day, but look at the NASDAQ coming down, 150, rejecting it some. You don't have to keep entering it. What keeps you from going long right now? I mean, there's a couple things, right? Number one, PPI was bad. Very bad. Number two, Iran's talking about charging tolls to go through the Strait of Hormuz. Number three, markets are super elevated on the upside over the last 3 weeks. And so there's just a lot of things that could signal a correction, but I'm not saying it's going to happen. I mean, obviously we're trading against the medium range momentum on the upside right now. So, you know, there's some things that are bearish right now in markets, obviously, but we're also down a lot since, you know, PPI inflation data. Look, so just to zoom out here, PPI inflation data dropped here. And people were like, oh, inflation data is not going to do anything. It's not moving markets. It's not going to do anything. It absolutely has been doing things. Market bearishness got unlocked at the opening bell, but we're not beyond the realm. Like, we could rebound back up. We're close to 30,000 on the NASDAQ. Maybe the NASDAQ wants 30K. But a scary print, tolls, you know, the only thing that could maybe save us right now, and this is the bull case argument, right? So that's the bear case argument right now. The bull case argument is this, all right? It's that specifically NVIDIA, Jensen Huang joined the China president meet. Something just went on right now. Look at this. Jensen Huang joined the China president meet. And so if we get news there that's optimistic for China NVIDIA chip sales, unlocks 50 billion in revenue potential for NVIDIA, that could salvage this market. You know, and honestly, this is a market that doesn't seem to care about headlines. We're still in the conflict, breaking all-time highs. Super high inflation, all-time highs. And so it doesn't mean we have to stay down. It doesn't mean we have to stay down. And yeah, we'll see. But that's the market right now, chat. Kind of scary. A little weird. Do I short this, though? I think it's almost... Brit's in China? I heard it was Brett. You know, I heard it's Brett. All right, so far in the giveaway, we have NMCT, we got EMES, we got Random, we got Arcane, we got Woot, WOUT, we got Tony, we got Toxic, we got Aaron, we have Tommy, we have Sully, we have Pew, we have Vic, Films of Greatness, we have Beckett, we have Online Days, Free Lifer, Leo, Chris, D, Pro, Cap, IK Fred, Johnny Cash, Day Hustle, Sam, Clifford, MR, Chris, Light Chaser, Checkerboard, Dana Rothwell, 7-5, Keegan, we got Pup, we got MKO, we got Tyler Franklin, Melissa, Ahmed, Tommy, Odin's, we got a bunch. Join the giveaway, exclamation point BGT. Crypto Shorts, if you say it again, bro. If you do it again, I'm kicking you out of the competition. Wood? Woot? What's your name? Pronounce it for me. Blaze, you're in there, I think. Alright guys, we're at 184s. And if you want to enter future giveaways, join our Discord, guys. It's completely free. It doesn't cost anything. You know? Here's the Discord link. Join it. I'm pretty sure you're in there, Beckett. Is it a short right now? Let me know in markets, bull or bear. Bear, wait. Yeah, I've been waiting for the last like few minutes here. I'm not really super tempted to do anything. Tomorrow we have retail sales as well. I don't hate a short. I think maybe you got like a good risk reward short if you use a tight risk up here at like 215s or so, targeting the lows. But I think it's kind of ambiguous right now in terms of trend. Longer term trend is up still, but short term, who freaking knows? Volatile? Why is it the S&P going down? Because of PPI. Robot says it's a buy. Chart is switching to uptrend. Gotcha. Never again will I get your name wrong. Walter. I'm on it. I'm on it, bro. Listen, if there's anybody you can count on, it's me right here. If there's anybody, you know, John at Beginner Trading, a beacon of reliability. I think the market makers might wait for the summit. Yeah. Crypto fear and greed index at 42. Anthropic warns that unapproved sales of its shares are invalid and may not be recognized. The drawing, we'll do the drawing in 5 minutes. So, actually, we'll do it for 10:30, and then we'll cut it down after the giveaway. So we'll do it at 10:30 in 10 minutes. Hey, thank you, NMCT, for the donation. Or is that an old one that I'm seeing on my chart a little bit late? You're saying 900 billion is not counted for? John, do you ever go to creator trade shows? No, of course I don't. Why would I ever go there? I mean, like, yeah. Sulfur flushed again. Alright, yeah, we're gonna put this banner up. PPI hot, dude. Alright, so we got the banner thing up. Yeah, enter exclamation point BGT in chat. Oh wait, it's 10:30 Central Time. I'm sorry guys, we're not staying on that long. Claude, man, get it right. Let me yell at Claude. Claude, what the WTF? I meant Eastern Time, of course. What are you thinking, bro? I just yelled at Claude. Get it right, dude. Get it right, man. Yeah, very choppy right now, but NASDAQ is kind of creeping up some. We're over 200s. Claude apologized. He said, my bad, I should have caught that. Yeah, you should have, dude. You should have just read my mind and knew exactly what time frame I was talking about. NASDAQ fighting its way back up here, though. Here's gold. Very choppy. Easy range for gold. Here's oil. Oil still elevated. There we go, that's better. Alright, we got 6 minutes left and then we're gonna do the giveaway. So you can do exclamation point BGT. You got 6 minutes left. NASDAQ's starting to fight its way back. Here's the volume weighted average price. It's at 230s. So let's see if that holds. Does the rebound continue today, dude? Here's the 200 exponential. It's at 266. Robinhood holds orders from people in their recurring orders and processes them in batches, and it starts at 11 a.m. Yeah. The robot's starting to make me mad. Which robot are we talking here? All right, so there's the 200 exponential. Do I want to short this real quick? All right, give me, fine. Chat, you talked me into it. I'm gonna take 5 contracts, keep it pretty small. We're still up like 7 something on this account, but fine. Yes, sir. 200 exponential, guys. Look at that 200 exponential rejection here. I'm going to take most of this off. We're going to hold 2 contracts left. Exactly at the 200 exponential. Look at that green line right here. 200 EMA on a 1-minute chart. Algos follow it. I could probably hold this break even now. And no matter what, we're going to make money here. I think that's what I'm going to do, is hold the rest break even. When in doubt, go long. It's Brits motto. Zero day to expiry option scalps. Hey, good luck, my friend. It's a risky game. Hey, shout out to Blue Collar Studio. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the donation, brother. I appreciate it. Got a lot of subs in the last few days. Thanks so much. Yeah, CPI, we had like 3,000 and something people watching at 8:30. All right, I might get stopped out here, but that's all right. We went like 4 for 5 today, I think, in this account. If we lose. Come on, let's hold. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green candles in a row. Let my entry be resistance here. And let us get a move down of red here. Here we go. Look at that resistance in my entry. It's break-even entry. But we've already scaled out of 3. A giveaway's a minute and a half, so this is your last hurrah, if you will. To join the giveaway, exclamation point BGT. Even if you don't trade futures, it's a free account. Free account. All you gotta do is, trade it. If you pass it, you can start taking payouts from it. It's a 25K flex account on Lucid. Let's see if we start to reject now, though. I'm trying to hold this break even, so I will stay on as long as this trade is intact. Honestly, what I want is like 190s, 200s here. Reward target's up there. Risk is break even at, anywhere really at 270. I'm out. But I want 190s or 200s here. Very small trade. We're already scaled out of it. We're going to make money regardless, but I'd love 190s, 200s here. Let's give it a second. So I'll stay here until we either get stopped out break even on the rest or we go into the profit. Deeper in the profit. We'll give it some time. John, you're actually a really good trader for the most part. Is that a backhanded compliment? Like, actually? I appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right, give me 200, and I'm out. I'll walk away for the day if you give me 200 here. You only got to enter it once, though, chat. I'm just messing with you, Phil. I appreciate you guys. Anybody that stays here and chats every day, I appreciate you guys. All right, there we go. Come on, get under the VWAP here. I don't like that green candle. That's a little poppy green candle here. We'll see what happens, but... All right, you guys ready? We'll do the giveaway real quick while I'm in this trade. You guys ready? The raffle's going to be right now. Pew, you've got a shot. I'll give you guys 20 seconds. Put exclamation point BGT in the chat and you'll answer it. And then you just got to join our Discord. And then you just got to join the Discord. And I'll send you the code on Discord. All right, you guys ready? I think y'all are ready. Hey, thank you, Zero. It looks like I'm going to get stopped out of this trade, so hold on, give me a second. I hope we drop down, but we're kind of choppy over the last 5 minutes. We already took profit on the trade, so we're not going to lose here. Even if we get stopped out right here, we're still green. But my entry has been holding its resistance right around the 200 exponential right here, so I do want to give it a second. Yeah, I feel your greatness. Hey, thank you, Chef. Yeah, we're still rejecting at my entry here, so I do want to just kind of chill. My entry's still holding its resistance, guys. What can I say here? Again, give me 190s. Give me 200s here. Under the VWAP now. Come on, let's break down. All right, we'll do the giveaway right now. So the winner of the giveaway now, guys, is... The winner of the giveaway is Crisscross Applesauce. You win, bro. You win. Congratulations, Crisscross Applesauce. You are now the winner. Now, if you want the code, join our Discord, completely free, doesn't cost anything. Here's the Discord link if you haven't seen it yet. You can also find it just at my channel homepage. Shout out to Crisscross Applesauce guy. That's you. Congrats, dude. Join the Discord. There it is. I'm still in this trade waiting for it to break down. Hey, well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, brother. Again, remember, use coupon code BGT. Like, everybody's trying to act like gurus. It's weird. I've seen some streamers that have like 1,000 or 2,000 viewers. And somebody that has 1,000 or 2,000 simultaneous, like concurrent viewers, they should have like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 views in that stream. You know, but I've seen them, and like if YouTube spots fake viewers, they'll delete them. You know, and so, but their viewer on their streams are very low. I feel like some people are just doing the guru thing, and they want to look credible. You know what I mean? So I think that's a trap. You know, coming from the top 3 least credible guy out there. You know, I think it's a little strange sometimes. Anyways, let's see if we get this drop down here. Crisscross Applesauce. Yeah, I used to wake my daughter up with Crisscross. All right, so it looks like I might get stopped out of this trade here. I might get stopped out. Let's see. I let it work. We made money on it, but it's at my entry here. I gotta let it test, but all right, I'm out. We got stopped out. That's okay. We made money on the trade total, which is good. It's probably time. All right, my friends. I think I'm gonna bow out for the day here. Some financial crisis news. We got PPI. Stop hunted? Maybe. Again, it's time for me to go anyway, though. It's probably time. But yeah, y'all be good. Have a great day. Shout out to Leo, Sam, Free Life. Crisscross Applesauce won the giveaway. So join the Discord, my friend. Announce yourself in the main day trading chat room, and I'll send you a message. I won. Oh, rise to awesome. I see you. Hello. Congrats. Wait, are you human? Yes, I am. Do this puzzle. Okay, there's a mammal here. Or no, there's a sea lion. Okay, got it. Done. I'm a real person, guys. Okay. All right, guys, listen. Again, use coupon code BGT. I'm going to bow out for the day, guys. Good luck to you all. It's all love here. Love to everybody. And y'all be careful. Be careful today. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. I'm going to go punch Britt in the face for, not being on stream. You know. I lost once or twice today. I blame Britt for those losses. It's definitely his fault. All love to everybody. Thanks so much. Hit the like button, guys. We got almost 600 likes. Do it now. Do it now. I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. Be safe. Later, chat. Not financial advice.